All right, everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV, the live match watch-along for Southampton. We're going to jump straight into it with myself, Matt, and Brandon as well. But before we do, let's take a quick word from Lee about our sponsors today, OneFootball.
Sam, what are you doing?
I'm just checking through all my football apps just to get some of the latest news.
Well, you don't need to. You need the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app sponsors Newcastle Fans TV, and it has all of the latest breaking news, putting loads of articles together. Even Steve Bruce is on there when he's been announced as West Brom manager recently. It's all up to date. The best thing about the app, it pings when there's breaking news. You need it, Sam. Get downloading the OneFootball app. The link is in the description for that.
I'm downloading it now.
Like the lad said, link in the description for that one. It's the only app you'll need to stay up to date with everything Newcastle United and everything football. Right then, on to today's game. We're playing Southampton on a Thursday night, which is weird to say. It's a game that was rescheduled. Yeah, I like it, yeah. It's a game that's being rescheduled after the COVID/injury postponement in January. Of course, we'll get on to Ralph Hasenhüttl's comments about that later. But yeah, it's been rearranged. We're in a much better position now than we were then. Brandon, how are you, mate? You looking forward to tonight?
Definitely. I always looking forward to Newcastle played. After seeing the player, after seeing the starting 11, a little bit gutted, to be fair. Jolinton being dropped. I know we're coming up to it soon, but I felt confident before the starting 11, but slightly less now than I was before. But I think we have good moral, good attitude on the field now. We're more of a team, so still everything is possible, of course.
Yeah, everything is possible. Yeah, we'll get onto the team news before kickoff. Just under half an hour to go. Kicking off at 7:30 and not 7:45 like we usually would. No terrestrial streams in the UK, so if you've got to find a way to watch it tonight, just enjoy the game. But we'll be keeping you company all the way through to the final whistle, and afterwards as well. Steve and Nathan will be joining us later on, and Liam hopefully will be joining us for kickoff at some point. But yes, we're on a run of 8 unbeaten games in the Premier League, Brandon, stretching all the way back to Boxing Day, that 1-1 draw against Man United. We've got to have some confidence going into today, don't we?
Yeah, that's like I said, I was confident, and I said as well on last weekend's stream from the Czech Republic. I said, if you look on paper, it's like not our strongest side. Some of them are even considered as like championship players.
Yeah.
And we're still beating sides like Brighton, Villa, Leeds, whatever. So yeah, pretty surprised actually. But on the other hand, not really, because I didn't want to say I always believed in Howe, because in the beginning it wasn't. We were still working on the system and everything, getting the group together, but it seemed to work out.
Yeah, he's turned this team around. You know, obviously when he first came in, didn't get the results straight away that he wanted, but he's turned the team around, and the attitude of the team as well. You know, he's saying in his press conference before this game that he doesn't want to change a winning side, because what message does that send to the players? You know, if they play well one week and they're out of the team the next week, then what's the point in playing well in the first place? Yeah. It's a good mentality to have as a manager.
Besides, as well, it's a little bit unfair if you take players out who are actually performing well. Yeah. And this actually what he's doing, how is like keeping the quality high. Everyone has to fight for their place, and I think that's a good thing to have in the squad.
Yeah, absolutely. It's healthy competition. You know, those players on the bench know that they'll get a chance if and when they're called upon, and if they perform well, they'll keep their place in the team. They know that, and obviously we've seen a little bit of rotation, but not a whole lot since we've been on this good run of form. We'll talk about the changes made tonight. The big headline news being Bruno Guimaraes starts his first game for Newcastle United, but in place of Jolinton, who is missing from the squad entirely. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Eddie Howe said no fresh injury concerns in the press conference, but today it's been revealed that Jolinton's picked up a slight knock. We understand it's a slight knock, not a massive one, and he should be in contention to play against Chelsea on Sunday. So before we look forwards to this game, Brandon, we'll take a quick look backwards at the games that we've been playing recently. 2 wins on the bounce, 2-0 against Brentford away from home, and then that crucial 2-1 win against Brighton last time out. Wasn't the prettiest performance, was it? But it's good to see that we can see out the results like that rather than throw them away now.
Yeah, 100%. I think the first half was still good, but second half, I don't know where it went wrong or wrong. We still won, but why the performance wasn't like the first half. I also don't think the midfield didn't have their best day, all of them individually. Joelinton did though, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were too much trying to defend the 2-0. Maybe they got a little bit too confident and too comfortable after the 2-1 up going into the second half. That's the only thing I could put it on, really.
Yeah, no, it was a strange sight considering how confident we've been playing recently. But, you know, we're still, this season, we've given away the most points from winning positions of any team, still giving away 21 points from winning positions. So it was good to see that we actually held on to that result. It actually bumped us up the table a little bit towards Brighton. We'll take a quick look at the table shortly. But yeah, the key at the moment is we're beating teams that are in and around where we are in the table as well. You know, we're not taking big scalps off Liverpool and Man United and City, but we're beating the teams around.
We drew Man United. That's where our run started, really.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, but then follow it up with a draw against.
And we actually should have won that game.
Yeah. But that was
Man United game.
That was the start of a good run. A draw against Watford, that's a point on the board. 3 against Leeds United, who are now below us in the table. They've got a good game coming up against Aston Villa tonight, so that's an interesting one to keep an eye on. Then, of course, the 3-1 against Everton, who we play again next week. 1-0 against Villa, 1-1 against West Ham, who are flying high in the league. And then, of course, the 2 results we've mentioned, Newcastle United 2, Brentford 0. And then last week's result, 2-1 over Brighton. So, it's a lot of positive results. There's some good teams in there, but we're beating the teams that are in the relegation zone and around the relegation zone, which is key to keeping them down there, isn't it?
Right. We should have done it earlier when I went over for the Brighton game. I went to the away game in Brighton. We drew there 1-1, shouldn't have won. And then I went to the Norwich game. I've met you there actually in Newcastle, and that was also a draw. I guess it was also 1-1. So we should have been beating these sides already at that time to be more comfortable earlier on. But I would say just trust the process, I guess, in how we trust.
Yeah, in how we trust, exactly. Well, speaking of how, we'll talk about the lineup today then. I'll quickly share my screen so everyone that hasn't seen it at home can see it as well. Yeah, we've already mentioned, that one massive change. Bruno Guimaraes in for Joelinton. Full starting lineup, Martin Dubravka in goal, of course. The rest unchanged. Kraft at right back, Cher and Dan Burn, who have been absolutely immense in the past couple of games. They're starting at centre back. Matt Targett in at left back. He used to play for Southampton. I believe he came up through their academy, so it'll be interesting for him to return to his old stomping ground tonight. Midfield 3 of John Joe Shelby, Joe Willock and Bruno Guimaraes. John Joe Shelby wearing the captain's armband, of course. And then a front 3 of Jacob Murphy on the right, Ryan Fraser on the left, and Chris Wood up front. I would imagine that's the way they'll line up on the wings. Are you happy with that side? Obviously we've talked about Joelinton being out, and it's a big miss for us. But apart from that, we can't really fault the lineup, can we?
No, I think this is our strongest side that we can put out. It's far from our strongest sides. But I just want to line out someone actually is Matty Targett. Straight from the start after joining us, how solid has he been? I mean, he goes sometimes a little bit under the radar, like because he's so solid. It's not always outstanding, but it's more than solid. And some fans don't even mention him sometimes, but I think he's getting, how you say that, a little bit underrated.
Yeah. But absolutely, yeah.
What an improvement here.
Yeah,
and we're looking to pick him up as well. 15 mil.
Yeah,
that's a steal.
There's been news this week, that we've agreed or are agreeing a deal for Matty Targett, £15 million, which I think would be an absolute steal, especially if he can keep up the form that he showed so far this season. Before the January transfer window, we were crying out for 2 good fullbacks, one on each side. And I think we can say we've got 2 very good fullbacks in the shape of Kieran Trippier and Matt Targett.
Is Lascelles even going to make it back into the starting 11 somehow? I don't see it happening.
Not on this form, but it's brilliant to see him doing so well. Hopefully he can kick on tonight. I've liked how much he gets forward on that left hand side. He's a nice attacking fullback.
Yeah.
So I like the attacking side of his game as well, which we don't always have from our fullbacks.
The end product is not always there. The crosses can be a little bit more precise, but he's getting there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same with Ryan Fraser.
Yeah,
Sorry, mate.
incredible. Ryan Fraser nominated for Player of the Month, Premier League Player of the Month, which is, I can't remember what it was. Joe Willock last season, that the last time Newcastle player was nominated, and he won it as well.
And I saw that interview that he did to Newcastle United TV. Sorry, I wanted to say Newcastle Fan TV. He's so humble, He's just saying like, I'm probably not going to win it. Look at the names on there, but I think he's a really good candidate. I think he's getting himself a little bit like he's talking himself a little bit down there.
Yeah, no, he doesn't give himself enough credit. I think he's been fantastic under Eddie Howe, and we saw flashes of that at Bournemouth when he paired up with Callum Wilson as well. They were a deadly little duo, and he's been doing that with Chris Wood as well. Quick word on Chris Wood. Hasn't got off the mark yet for us, but his performances have been top-notch. He's a fantastic player for us, bringing the rest of the team in, isn't he?
Yeah, I think some people don't really see it. They say he's not scoring goals. He's not doing like what he's supposed to do, scoring goals, but it goes a little bit under the radar, like the work he's actually doing for us, the physicality up front, holding the ball up, that makes room for Murphy and Fraser. And if you look at the first goal against Brighton, how he turned away from Dunk, was it? I think.
Yeah.
And just set off Murphy.
Yeah.
Brilliant
play.
I mean,
I've got a sneaky feeling that he might get a goal tonight, Chris Wood. I'm hoping that I'm right. But we never know. We can't.
If there's one who deserves it, I think it's Wood now.
Yeah, definitely. He might be waiting a little while longer, but hopefully not. Hopefully he gets off the mark and it opens the floodgates and he can get maybe 10 before the end of the season. I'm joking. One player that is missing.
You never know.
Yeah, well, you never know. One player missing entirely is Allan Saint-Maximin. Apparently picked up an illness while training this week. We don't know the extent of that. Obviously, played a little part last weekend. Is still recovering from an injury, but he's not even on the bench today. I'm not sure.
Saying that he's sick.
Yeah,
illness.
It's been announced by the club that it is missing out through illness, so we're not sure to the extent of that. Will he be available for Chelsea? I think that he's travelled with the team because the team will be staying down in the south of England after tonight because we play Chelsea.
Same thing with Joelinton. They say it's down to an injury, like a light injury, but I think it's a little bit of a forced injury and illness. I think it's just like giving the players a little bit of rest.
Yeah,
for Sunday's game.
It very well could be. Chelsea, as much off the pitch as they're in trouble, they are a very formidable opponent on the pitch. So it would make sense that he's resting some solid players for that game.
Quick he has to rotate now, at least, Yeah, like he has to rotate. He wants to have he thinks Guimaraes can also do the job that Joelinton is doing against Southampton now. And you want just to have your strongest side as we can out against a team like Chelsea. That shows a mentality for Howe. If he does that and they both play, shows that he's going there to win.
Yeah, that's one battle to look out for in the midfield. Bruno Guimaraes versus James Ward-Prowse today. That'll be incredible. Obviously, James Ward-Prowse, the big danger man for Southampton. Just a quick run through the bench before we do move on to that full Southampton lineup. Darlow, Dummett, Lascelles, Ritchie, Manquillo, Almiron, Gale, Longstaff, and De Ball. Am I saying that right? De Ball? Is that right? I don't know.
De Baller.
De Baller. There we go. He's a baller.
He's Belgium, so
yeah.
His name, you would say, it is as like in Dutch, De Baller.
Nice. So pretty strong bench aside from De Baller there, who's obviously been in the matchday squad a couple of times already. Not too much to add going forwards. Gale and Almiron probably being your most attacking players, but Matt Ritchie back from injury, which is nice to see him involved in the matchday squad as always. We'll move on quickly to Southampton's starting lineup. We're about 15 minutes away from kickoff. Let me just quickly search it up. 15 minutes away from kickoff. Southampton going with a fairly strong lineup today, pretty much as expected. Fraser Foster in goal. Tino Livramento, ex-Chelsea player, breakout season for Southampton this year, playing at right back. Jan Bednarek and Salisu in the centre-back positions, and Kyle Walker-Peters. I'm not sure which side Walker-Peters and Livramento will take, but one of them will be at right back and one at left back. Holding midfielder Oriol Romeo. Then the central midfield partnership of Stuart Armstrong and James Ward-Prowse, with El Yunusi, Armando Broja, and Che Adams up top. Very strong side, Brandon. Apart from Ward-Prowse, is there anyone in that side that you look at with a little bit of fear?
Walker Peters coming from the back, probably. Che Adams, Foster, of course, but that's just the goalie, of course. But it's a strong side defensively as well. I think they're on a good run. I mean, don't underestimate them.
Yeah, no, I correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, guys, but I think that Southampton haven't lost in the Premier League at home in 5.5 months, which will be some record for us to break. One person that I do want to pick out is that striker, that big man up top, Armando Broja, on loan from Chelsea. He's got 6 goals in the Premier League this season, which is quite a decent return for a young lad. He's a big physical player, but he's good with his feet as well. Dangerous man, but you don't hope that, you know, with him being so young and maybe lacking a bit of experience, that Fabian Schär and Dan Burn can handle that kind of player.
I actually think we'll see after the game that Broja is still in Dan Burn's back pocket, probably. the way they're performing at the moment, it's insane.
Yeah, he's been incredible. I mean, I was talking with my friend who's a Middlesbrough fan, and he was asking who I think is going to be captain next year. And I said it's a toss-up between Kieran Trippier and Dan Burn at the moment. But obviously, Trippier's out injured, but bloody Burn, local lad at the back, he's been absolutely immense since he's come in. One of the signs.
I think Lascelles lost it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't even think next season he will play anymore, Lascelles. We will buy... Maybe we get Rudiger on a free from Chelsea.
Maybe.
You never know.
You never know.
Could be a good third option.
One player on the bench to look out for Southampton, though, is Adam Armstrong. Obviously. Ex-Newcastle. He'll be gagging for a goal against us, I imagine. So he'll be one to look out for when coming on against tired legs later on in the game. So a decent side for Southampton, pretty much as expected from Newcastle. It's going to be a tasty one. I'm very excited. We'll quickly move on to the score predictions. We'll get everyone in the comments to join in as well. So let us know in the comments down below what your score predictions are for today's game. We've already had one from Adam here. 3-0, goals from Fraser, Wood, and Bruno. Very, very confident from Adam. I like it. But yeah, get involved in the comments down below. Do you agree with Adam? Get your own predictions in, and we'll have a chat.
I like the optimism.
I do like the optimism. I mean, 8 unbeaten, you've got to be optimistic, really, haven't you? But Brandon, while people get them typed out down below, what are you thinking going into today's game?
Well, I thought I said it in the NFTV group chat as well on WhatsApp. I think 3-1, but that was when I was thinking that Joelinton would start.
Yeah.
Cheeky 1-0 for us.
You think we'll keep a clean sheet?
Why not? We have Dan Burn as famous share, so of course.
Yeah, we just can't give any free kicks away on the edge of the box because you know about James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, that's dangerous. That's legal. If we can deny that and how do you say that? Make sure that doesn't happen. We're fine, I guess. All kidding aside, 1-0. It will be a very tight game, I think. What's yours?
Yeah. I also think it's going to be a very tight game. I'm not as optimistic as you because I'm naturally a pessimist, and I thought every game we've gone into in the past, few fixtures, I thought, this is the game that the run comes to an end. Maybe we'll not win this one. So I've gone for a conservative 1-1, but I think we'll get something out of today. I'm confident that we'll come away with at least a point.
I take a point.
I think if we can keep it tight at the back in the first 45 minutes and just make sure we don't concede, I think we can come out in the second half and come and hit them late on, because I think Bruno could really run that show in the midfield against Ward-Prowse today. Be interesting to see how we set up, who's going to be the central of the three in the midfield. I imagine it's just a straight swap with Bruno coming in on the left-hand side for Joelinton. But it'll be interesting to see how we set up, because we know he likes to get on the ball like Shelby and pick his head up with some line breaking passes.
Just touching on that one, Matt, on your result, Matt. I'll take a point, and I think with this point, we're 29 points in the league. I think we only need 3 more points, so that would mean 1 more win, and I think then we're safe.
Yeah,
I'm very confident. 32 points will be enough.
It could be. I mean, if last year's anything to go by, the bottom 3 got relegated on 23, 26, and 28 points. So, at the moment, we'd have been safe on our current points total.
Normally, it's like a 40 point mark is definitely safe, but that's not the case for a few years already.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
It depends how, if Norwich can pick up a few more points, if Burnley are going to get out of there, it's very tight down the bottom. Leeds are playing tonight. Leeds are on a 7-game losing streak, and they could very well end up in the mix down there.
I think Norwich is gone, though.
I think Norwich are probably out of it. I think the rest is, Norwich definitely, then Watford probably, but I think they've got enough about them. If they can start beating teams around them rather than beating teams higher up, then I think they've got a good chance. But I think, your Burnleys, your Leeds, your Evertons, they've got more of a chance of staying up than Watford.
It's funny how it will play out, because Norwich will probably now realize, okay, we're done. They're going to play less stressed, more open probably, and just not giving a fuck so much anymore. That can be positive. And then all of a sudden started picking up points again. So, but I think it's done for Norwich.
Yeah. I mean, I think Everton are in real trouble, to be honest. You look at the fixtures they've got coming up, and I know they've got a couple of games in hand on teams around them, but they're in real trouble and on a horrible run at the moment. So
I think it's more Leeds, though, who's more likely to go down. Leeds, Brentford,
I think Leeds,
or Watford.
It's difficult. I think Norwich and Watford are almost nailed on, and then it's for that last spot. I think Burnley probably have the legs to do it. They're relegation specialists at this point. Leeds.
It's actually funny. Yesterday, last weekend, someone in the chat came up with a stat that we're now back at 8% to go down. So we're 92% sure to stay up, basically.
I'll take those odds. Yeah.
So,
we've got a tough run in, but we've got a few games here and there that we can pick up points for. Like obviously Everton next week's a big one. If we can beat them, take 6 points off them this season, then that's huge.
That maybe kicks them to relegation. So literally.
Yeah. We'll just quickly go back to the predictions because we've had some in the chat. NUFC Swan 2-2, not only predicting the score, but the scorers as well. 2-2, Willock brace, Brodger and Adams to score. I hope Willock gets a brace because he's my fantasy captain this week. He didn't do anything last week, so I'm hoping he comes good. We've got another 2-2 from Rico 63. It looks like he's wearing an Everton badge down there.
Looks like going off the score prediction, we're in for a nice entertaining night. A lot of goals.
I hope so. I hope it's not a boring 0-0. So I think Sammy's predicting Wood and Saint-Maximin here, going off Santi, but I'm not sure that he's seen the lineup, or if I'm just presuming that Santi's referring to someone else.
Maybe he means Santiago Muñoz.
Maybe he does, coming off the reserves.
Could have been possible.
Yeah. 2-1 from Marv, Wood and Murphy bagging the goals for us. I would absolutely love that. I think Jacob Murphy's due a goal. I think he was unlucky not to score last week after that fantastic run he made from the edge of our box, hitting the post. I wish he just put his foot through it, though, rather than try and chip it over the goalkeeper.
But I don't really mind as well Fraser finishing it. Yeah. Fraser needs a good run, 2 goals in a row now.
Yeah.
And an assist. So
yeah. Another draw, 1-1, Wood with the first goal. A lot of people saying Wood's going to get his first goal today, while Brandon sets fire to his ass.
Yeah, I kicked off a glass of my table. I hit the table accidentally.
A lot of people saying that Wood's going to get his first goal tonight. It's got to come eventually, so hopefully tonight's the night.
Put your money where your mouth is, I would say.
Impact going for a massive 3-1. Wood, Fraser, Murphy, the front 3 all getting involved. No shouts for Bruno getting a goal on his debut, or his full debut.
There was. Your first score prediction said Bruno would score. So
was it? See, I've got a very short memory. There was. Yeah, 3-0. Where's it gone? I've just spotted it, and then it's disappeared again. Here we go. Adam predicting Bruno's going to get a goal on his first start for the club. I'd love to see that. He hasn't chipped in with many goals in his past with Leon, but I'd love to see him start. One thing we should mention as well, I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed by the player himself, but Lucas Paqueta, who played with Bruno at Lyon, who very good friends in the midfield, obviously Brazilian starlet as well. He's apparently at the Southampton game in attendance to watch Bruno tonight. We've been heavily linked with signing him in the summer. Obviously, Bruno's got a very brotherly connection with him, being from the same country and playing for the same club for so long. And he's one of the best up-and-coming midfielders in Europe at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see if that leads to anything. Who he's sat with today? Maybe he's
I
not
have
sat next
no
to
idea who it is, though.
You don't know Lucas Paqueta?
How?
Lucas Paqueta plays for Lyon.
I don't watch the French league at all, mate.
Okay,
Seriously.
fair enough. Don't blame me. It's not the most entertaining, but I think he starts most games for Brazil as well, which is some feat. He's top quality little player. So it'll be interesting. It'd be very expensive if we were to
What is he? Attacker, midfielder, or
box to box? But yeah, he likes to get forward. He's similar to probably
like a Wijnaldum kind of player.
That's a good comparison, actually. Yeah. A few more score predictions. Where I've lost my place. 3-1, easy peasy from Lee. Yeah, I'd love it. Love a little 3-1. First goal about 5 minutes in, second goal 10 minutes in, and then that's just sit back and nab another one at the end.
And the pessimist in Matt is going to say it's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen. Ian saying 2-0, but I don't know who for, so I'm going to presume that's a 2-0 Newcastle win here because we're all optimists around here.
Maybe he's an Everton fan. Who knows?
Maybe he is. Sammy saying, thank God we're out of the relegation talk. I mean, we're not quite there yet. If we win tonight, depending on other results, we could be 10 points clear of the drop.
With so many games left.
Yeah. Phantom 87, we never pay attention to the Twitch chat. Well, here you are. Hello. I'm paying attention to the Twitch chat. We get a lot of comments coming through on all platforms, so it's sometimes the Twitch ones get buried a little bit. But you're very welcome. Thanks for tuning in on Twitch. We love
to see our Twitch chats because we like to grow our audience there as well. So
yeah,
if you have Twitch and you're not subscribed on our channel yet, do it.
He's a professional, like you've done it before. Yeah, if you haven't already, while we're on it, the topic, like the video, please. It helps us out a massive lot. Get involved in the comments. We'll try and interact with as many comments as we can. And don't forget to subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV, NFTV.
Just a question I want to put in the chat for the chat as well and for you. Yeah. Do you guys think Liam will be on time on the stream?
Yeah,
because he's normally joining us for kickoff. A bit late.
Yeah, he's supposed to be joining us for kickoff.
Will he make it or not? Drop it in the comments.
Yes, so we're expecting a good game. We hope it's not a disappointing game. But it's going to be an interesting run because obviously we've got this game and then we've got Southampton on.
We're playing Southampton today, mate.
Sorry, confused my own head. We've got Chelsea on Sunday. Everton on next Thursday. Before a very tricky run of Spurs, Wolves, and Leicester. So it would be nice to get some points on the board before that run. But yes, get some more love over on Twitch. Best United Twitch channel, Newcastle United Twitch channel. We'll take the love.
I think we're the only one though. So it's easy to beat it.
Yeah, so a couple of people asking where we're watching it tonight. I can't say where. In the UK, I'm legally not allowed to watch the game, so I'll be.
So can I say it?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the laws are like in your country. But Adam, the quick question in the chat is: the One Football app the best app available? Well, if you're after all your footballing needs and up to date with everything Newcastle, it is absolutely the best app available. And if you haven't already got it downloaded, get yourself it downloaded. The link is in the description down below. They're sponsoring the channel. Thanks to One Football. Thanks to Adam for posing the question as well. But yes, Brandon, how are you going to watch the game today? Are you going to watch the game?
Of course, I'm watching it now. It's the lineup now. I'm not going to take the risk to say when we watch it, to be fair. I might get kicked off the channel. Whether the laws might be different here, but it's so weird though that they're not have at least a stream or like even a paid stream. I would pay for it if I could to have like high quality and everything. Why the UK doesn't allow that or the Premier League? I think there's loads of fans who still want to watch and maybe put a £2 or £3 down to watch the game.
Yeah.
It's easy money, my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, help each other out in the comments down below if you do have a stream to watch it with. Let each other know. Help each other out in the comments down below. I'll be trying to find a radio stream to listen along to the game, which should be fun. But yes, the kickoff is just around the corner. Hopefully Liam joins us soon. We are expecting him. A couple of more score predictions. We've had 3-1 from the JMK08, 2-2 from Carl, and NUFC Swan telling us we've kicked off. Thank you very much. Oh, let me quickly put my headphones in. So what are you expecting from tonight, Brandon? Anything spectacular? Obviously, we think it's going to be a tight game today, but are you hoping that it's going to be nice and easy?
Always, mate. I hope that every weekend. I mean, also I heard Steve today say, I would really love a win today. I love a win every week, every game. So that's a little bit kicking in open doors, but it's hard to say. We'll see what this change in the midfield will do, because we're missing the guy who's picking up so many balls in the midfield, getting players off the ball. So much interceptions lately.
Yeah,
I think it's a really big miss. Not joking.
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky that we can call on someone like Bruno to step in his place. So it will be a big miss for us, but hopefully it's not too big of a miss. I'm just quickly trying to find something on my phone.
Well, Kevin Friend being the referee. Just show the screen.
Yes, I've got the Leeds Aston Villa game is kicking off in 15 minutes time, and I've got that on in the background as well, so I can keep us up to date with that if I need to. Let me quickly set this up. This is where my whole setup falls apart, and
Hasenhüttl.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, what I don't know. Did you see?
You wanted to touch on that still.
Yeah, I do want to talk about that, because did you see what he was saying? I mean, obviously, when the game got called off, he was whinging, complaining that we've got all these new players.
That I've noticed when it was supposed to be played, but he was complaining about players being bought in the transfer window, blah blah blah. What did he say this time?
What he was saying exactly the same thing.
Because I haven't seen his okay.
Yeah, he was just repeating himself. We have to prepare for a completely different game to the one we would have prepared for a few months ago. It was just a load of waffle, because it's just like, yeah, fair enough. We've had the game postponed and we've got 4 players in, but at the end of the day, for example, I don't know, Burnley. We played them we played them before the transfer window, but we're also playing them at the end of the season, and we're going to have the players that we signed at the end of the season against Burnley. So why is it fair that we don't have those players against Southampton and we do have them against Burnley? It's just the way the cookie crumbles.
I would like to say something on that, on what Hasenhüttl said. Like they had the option as well to buy players, so there was fair chance to buy players, and besides that, these things hopefully never going to happen again. It's difficult, different times, Corona, like games get postponed a lot more, but that's not going to be the case always. So I mean, wait, man. I mean, so yeah, it's weird. Like he's basically saying, because even if it's bad weather, then a game has to be suspended. You can't, and it has to go into the second half of the season after the January transfer window. They also are not allowed to use that players. I mean, it's different. It's different times now, and it will get better. Next season, it will probably never happen anymore. So
yeah.
Stuff.
We had multiple games postponed. We had this one and Everton. I don't see. It would have been a different manager when it got postponed. But
Everton had loads postponed.
Yeah, I don't see why, no one else has complained. We've had Klopp complaining, fixture congestion, blah, 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 but no one's complaining that, oh, you spent this amount of money and it's not fair because, you're stronger now than you were then. But yeah, that's just the luck of the draw. We were on we signed players, but at the end of the day, our best players have been the players that we already had. Joe Linton, Fraser, even the signings that have signed, the best ones have been Matt Targett, who we got on loan, and Dan Burn, who was like 13 mil. And obviously Trippier, but he can't play today. It's like, yes, we're starting Bruno, but that's just because Joe Linton's injured. It just really riles me up that he's whinging. He's just making excuses for himself before the game's even started.
You know how I would call that?
Go on.
He's just scared, man.
Yeah,
he's scared.
Terrified of the mighty Mags.
Up the Maggies.
Up the Maggies.
Joe Willock would say.
Yeah, I love Joe Willock. I'm very. What do you actually? Let's talk about Joe Willock for a bit because he didn't have the very best start to the season. Obviously we paid a lot of money for him.
To put it politely.
Yeah, didn't hit the best form. Looked a bit unsettled.
Let's just say how it was, or is. He was shit in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he was very poor. I think it's safe to say. But obviously, since Eddie Howe's come in, he looks like a different man, especially in this new system of a 3-man midfield.
It took him a little bit of time as well under Eddie Howe, but before he just started to pick up form again, he was just not confident anymore. Just I don't know, sloppy.
Yeah,
and just so rushed. I don't know, not getting into the right positions, and now he's having that good flow. So he's getting into the right positions.
Yeah,
making the good runs, seeing people, because he's just more rested between the ears as well, I guess.
Yeah,
because the pipe is good now. So yeah,
it's good.
What a good run of games can do.
Yeah,
to a squad.
Oof.
What minute you're on, mate?
I'm on 5:20, 5:30. So I'm a little bit behind, but it's nice to see Bruno taking a shot on goal there. Picked his head up. From what I can hear.
Oh, you can hear it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, should I turn it down or?
No, not you. I've got it on in here.
Oh, right.
But yeah, we seem to have started positively. That midfield three are pushing up as a unit, which is nice to see, putting high press on Southampton. Started brightly.
You can hear me on television as well?
Only a little bit, but it's fine.
Okay. Maybe it will give a little bit to the people watching who can't find the stream.
Yeah, yeah. If you're tuning in, and you can't find a stream. You're more than welcome to join us. We'll try and give you a play-by-play commentary. I might be a little bit behind, but started quite brightly against Southampton. We're not letting them sit comfortably on the ball. Fraser Foster in goal for Southampton today. Brandon obviously spent 6 years at Newcastle, came up through the youth system, never played a senior game for us, as far as I can tell. Was obviously out on loan quite a lot. Left us permanently to join Celtic, and after Celtic, he's been at Southampton ever since.
Very solid goalie.
Solid, but he's not better than Brown.
You got to respect his career. I mean, I always liked him like a player. Mm-hmm. He's not bad. I mean,
no, not at all. Gen X Retro getting on the One Football hype train. If you haven't already, get on it as well. It's link is in the description. Download One Football. It brings you all the breaking news from the football world and of course Newcastle
good
as
cross
well.
By Murphy. Towards his foot, Becker clears it. You know, just the fact that Howe is our manager, what I like the most is just you're actually pressing forward instead of just sitting at the back, being lazy and hoping we don't concede a goal.
Yeah.
I just like the pressing, the high press.
We've got Fraser Foster's.
But it's controlled though, because Leeds did it with Bielsa, and it always bites them in the arse.
Yeah.
Mostly. if they do Leeds and it works out, they look like they look like Barcelona from like 3-4 years ago. But if it doesn't work out, they always concede goals, always. But we're doing it controlled, the high press.
Yeah, I think we're good at picking our moments to press. It's
Have you
like
seen the Trippier podcast with True Jody?
I've not watched it yet, but I've heard good things about it.
You should, mate. You should. It's very interesting things he said. Trippier also said, like, we're just getting drilled so much on training when if we're pressing, where you should stand and things like that. And if we don't do it correctly, we have to do it again. You should watch the podcast, mate. It's good.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to True Jody.
And on the topic of podcasts, there's been a new Greenwood and Mulliner show this week with Robson Green, and it's an absolute corker. You can find it on our channel after the match today. After we've got loads of content coming up for you. We've got the watch along. We'll have scoring the players and the live fan reaction as well. And of course, we'll have reaction from St. Mary's. Lee is there as well as Carl. I think they're the only two that's gone.
With his brother.
Yes, yeah. So we'll have reaction from St. Mary's tonight, regardless of the result, a bit later on. Yes, but stay tuned here, and we'll bring you the scoring the players. But then once the game is over and we've scored the players, you can get involved as well. So stick around. There'll be a link in the chat. You can join and have a chat with us. Let us know what you thought of the game. Tell us if we're chatting rubbish. It's nice to get along.
What I usually do. Never mind.
That'll be Steve and Nathan hosting the live fan reaction, I think.
Starting, man.
Brandon getting the snipped out, a bit peckish.
All right.
What have you got there? Strong.
We got
spicy ones. Oh yeah, chili and lime.
Yeah.
Reluctant Gamer saying Chelsea have gone 1-0 up at Norwich, which is obviously good for us. Keeps Norwich well and truly in the mire. I will just quickly check to confirm that. I imagine it's true because I don't know why you'd be lying about that. Yeah, it is. Trevor Chalobah from scoring from centre-back somehow. Mason Mount with the assist in that game. That's good for us, obviously. Other games going on tonight. Wolverhampton Wanderers hosting Watford, and then Leeds United versus Aston Villa kicks off in around 3 minutes' time. That one's on Amazon Prime if you wanted to have a different game in the background. I think Liam's joined us, and he's all ready to go, and I think he is anyway. Hello.
Hello.
What, are you gone back to the 1920s? Why are you black and white?
I'm not black and white. After the white wall.
It's just you're all washed out.
It's probably this shit camera that I bought.
How are you doing?
By yourself. How's the game been?
It's all right. We're playing quite well, Brandon.
not much really. Get two corners.
We're saying Wolves have scored as well, so we'll quickly check that one. Yes, they have. Wolves 1-0 up against Watford. So other games at the moment going our way. Watford and Norwich both losing. So let's have a quick look at the current table.
How's Bruno been?
He's good. He's pushing up with the ball. Positive play. He's had a shot being deflected behind for a corner. It's been a pretty open game so far, but we've seen the better of the chances.
I thought Soccer Steve was doing this.
He's coming on for the... Well, he's definitely for the fan reaction. I think he'll be on for scoring the players as well.
Liam, since you joined, I hear myself in the background, just like with a small delay. How's that?
You know?
Yeah, I think there's a bit of an echo with coming out your speakers. I don't know if it's what it is.
Is that any better?
Hello.
Hello.
No, not much better.
I don't know what's going on.
Murphy on the side. Kraft coming up. Cross. Pretty well.
So tonight,
Can you still see the echo?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that solves the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam, we've got a bit of a problem with Liam's
or did you
microphone.
actually kick him? You're like, fuck him.
I've had enough of him. Off he goes. Chelsea 2-0 up against Norwich,
Well
apparently.
done, Bruno.
Mason Mount scoring this time. So 15 minutes gone
Good
in the
ball.
Chelsea game. And Norwich 2-0 down, absolutely capitulating against Chelsea. That is some...
They're done, mate. They're fucking done.
So
Bruno had some nice moves there.
Yeah.
You're maybe still to see it or just that.
I keep my ears peeled.
Okay. Oh, you're listening?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, so as the...
It's always lovely to listen to the radio, right?
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah, got to. It's the best way to do it. Obviously, get the watch along on and then listen to the radio. That's how I do it every week. I'll quickly share my screen and have a look at the Premier League table as it stands. So regardless of whether we win tonight, we can't actually go upwards in the table. I don't think we can go down.
See it when on my phone.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
But yeah, I think tonight anyway, we can't actually move up or down. We can't get enough points to overtake Brighton, and Brentford don't actually play tonight. So they can't overtake us. Leeds are too far behind to overtake us, but as it stands, Norwich losing, Watford losing, both on 20 games played.
Yellow, I think.
Who's this for?
Sorry, mate.
No, go on.
Murphy. Yeah, Murphy. Yellow.
Is it a dangerous position?
Well, not where Ward-Prowse could score from, I would say. If he makes it from that position, that's fucking mental. It's like all the way on the left, close to our back line. So.
Nice. Oh yeah, I see it. Well, he got booked for that.
Yeah, well,
it's a bit early to be.
I don't mind him. If it would happen the opposite way, I would yell for a yellow as well. So
yeah,
I think it's a fair one.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, he's a bit late.
Go on. Clear it. Fraser hit it. Good. Fraser clears it.
Yeah, Kyle Walker-Peters starting on the left-hand side and Livramento starting on the right-hand side for Southampton, which is a bit worrying, given that our weakest side is probably the right-hand side. And Kyle Walker-Peters, as we've just seen, is a quite talented attacking player. Oh, Liam's back. Let's hope the echo is sorted out. I don't think so.
Hello?
No.
Six, I can't hear any echo whatsoever.
Have you got any headphones or anything like that?
No, because I can hear someone's telly in the background.
That's Brandon, yeah.
Well, that's my TV. But we left it on purpose, actually.
Fabian Schär is down injured at the moment. It looks like his groin or hamstring.
Liam just froze, I think.
Yeah, he's frozen, muted himself for a second, but we'll see if that loads. I'll tell you what, I'll take him off for now, and then when he unfreezes, I'll let him back in.
Schär is down, though. It's not.
That's not good. We do have Jamal Lascelles on the bench, which isn't the worst replacement in the world.
No. I think he's good, though, for now.
Yeah.
It looks he's hobbling off now. It doesn't look too serious, but you never know.
Yeah. What do you make of? I know we've been setting up like that the past few weeks, but why do you think he's gone with Fraser on the left and Murphy on the right? Because surely you put a strong right-hand side player like Fraser to cover Kraft, who's probably our weaker side defensively.
I just think it's more for Fraser that he's doing it, because he knows. Also at Bournemouth, Fraser used to play left wing back, not wing back, left wing.
Yeah.
I think it's just for the sakes of, because you'll see, I guess Fraser will move to right again if ASM is playing.
Yeah.
I think he rates Fraser a little bit higher than Murphy, and he wants his strongest players on his most preferred or his best position, favorite position.
Yeah.
And basically, Murphy can play almost everywhere. He's like a chameleon. I remember he used to play right back.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Murphy's not going to complain. He's happy he's playing, so
No.
he can't give a shit.
Right, Liam's back. Come on, third time lucky.
Is
Hello.
it still like going now?
Let's
Hello,
find
hello.
out. Yeah, a little bit. It's not as bad as it was.
I joke. It's worse, man. Actually. You don't have any earphones or whatever.
Yeah, I was just about to go and find some. I don't know why it's doing this for. It's never done it before. Right, I'll drop it again.
Nice one.
Matt, just kick us out and then I'll go and get some things.
Right, nice one.
Right.
Right, quick score update from around the ground. Chelsea 2-0 up against Norwich and Wolves are 2-0 up against Watford. I was a bit worried that one might be a positive result for Watford, but they seem to be
Wolves
absolutely...
is 2-0 up.
2-0 up, yeah. So it's Raul
Oh,
Jimenez.
this is dangerous, Broja, and Dubravka. Good interception by Dubravka.
Woo! You got me sweating there, Brandon. Don't do that.
Yeah, corner kick. Well, people want to, why otherwise we have to fucking watch them all, man.
Yeah,
Corner kick Southampton, though.
Okay. It's always dangerous from set pieces are Southampton. Hopefully Big Dan Burn can get his bonds on it. Oof, that's a nice ball over the top for that chance.
Dan Burn clears. Ooh, okay. Went over.
And breathe.
They got the rebound at the penalty box, like the 60-yard box. How do you say 60-meter box or 60-yard?
18-yard box.
Oh, okay. Okay, because yards is different. In the Netherlands, it's like 16 meters.
Right.
You say, so that's why I'm always confused. 18-yard box?
Yeah.
Okay. But you probably see the chance now as well. Went wide over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll happily have Romeo shooting from there all day.
Oh, no, you heard it. Sorry.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Gotta stay sharp.
I can't.
Good ball. We couldn't have. Just couldn't get it.
I can't condone any non-legal streams, but there's a couple of people in the comments that are after them. So if anyone wants to help them out, that's completely down to you. I can't condone the use of them. But Liam's back.
Indeed.
So,
let's show we are the black and white army and help your fellow magpies out.
Let's see if Liam's back. Hello.
What about now?
Yes, I think it's worked.
This is good.
I don't know if it's because the speak hours turn up to 100%, so that's maybe why.
We just can't hear you.
Well, clearly you can.
Looks much better on you as well, mate. The headset.
How are you feeling about tonight then, Liam?
All right. To be fair, I think it's probably going to be a score draw, myself.
Yeah. I think predictions-wise, I said 1-1. Brandon says squeezing a 1-0, and then we had a lot of 2-2s and 1-1s and 1-0s in the chat.
A lot of people backing Wood to score.
Yeah.
So I told them, put your money where your mouth is. You might make some good quick.
Did I see that we're staying down like the London way until after the Chelsea game?
Yeah. We're I don't know where exactly we're staying, but we're staying down south. So all the squads that could be available for the Chelsea games travelled. So I think Joe Linton and Allan Saint-Maximin have both travelled with the team. They're just not there tonight because I think if they travelled back up, they would have had to
Shelby, man. Oh, this is dangerous.
They would have had to travel back.
Shelby loses the ball in midfield. Oh, it's bad touch by Broja. And he whips it over. Very bad touch, first touch. So that's good. We are denying the corner, but they clearly get the corner out of it. Not sure if Dubravka hit that though. Let's see.
You can finish now,
first touch. What? What you say,
now, Gil. So they'd have had to travel back either tonight or tomorrow, and then they would have had to travel back down.
Yeah.
So I think if they stay over, they might get a day's training in down there. Essentially, saying they're all going around Ritchie's place for a curry after the game tonight. So
yeah. Well, Arsenal and the 23s were training at North Shields during the week.
Yeah.
Good. Come on. Come on. Quickly. Why so slow? Murphy, come on, man.
Do you know what Joe Linton's injury is yet?
Not confirmed yet. He said it's a slight injury and probably available for the Chelsea game. So hopefully he's
Oh,
available.
bad ball by Guimaraes.
It
Jesus,
depends
plays it to Kindle.
depends
Not
how
bad.
Bruno plays tonight, whether he gets back in or not, I guess.
Well, you're not gonna like what you just saw. He just played in the midfield, the ball straight to Jason Tyndall.
Get him on the
Who's like
pitch.
who's being the enforcer like Joe Linton is? Has it been Willock or?
I don't know. I'm guessing Bruno's the great spot.
I think nobody really yet.
Yeah.
If you kind of miss Jolinton,
I'm not liking the way they look at the live
I would
chat
like to say
going.
Guimaraes.
I don't think it's going to go very well tonight, lads, judging by the live chat.
Why?
Apparently, we've conceded. I've not had it 100% confirmed. Brand will be the first one to tell us if it's gone in.
We do it all the time, man.
Apparently, Stuart Armstrong scored for Southampton. We don't make it easy for ourselves, do we?
No, I do. Newcastle United. Well, clearly.
We can hear it, Brandon. Come on, we're waiting eagerly for you to say something, mate.
Oh, nothing happened, man.
Oh, nothing's happened. You've got the biggest grin on your face. Your facial expression hasn't changed. Like,
I think there is some fake news going on. I mean, I don't know what everyone is watching or listening or happening, but it's maybe some.
Stuart Armstrong even playing?
Yeah. He's on the left side of midfield.
Oh yeah, the half squad.
Fuck's sake! Oh wait, Brandon, you're supposed to be our source of news.
I know. I saw it already for a long time, but I was just hoping if I keep my mouth shut, somehow it doesn't happen. Hey, my fucking what? My internet stops. What's this? Oh no, the stream just stopped. Okay, weird.
Terrible defending, mine.
That's such a poor goal to concede. Oh,
not poor by Dubravka because it got hit by Dan Burn. It gets like off his.
You shouldn't let that cross come in the first place. It's that right hand side.
Shelfie, man. Second time you lose the ball. What you doing?
Oh, head off Dan Burn as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Dubravka couldn't get it. But
so it could go down as an own goal. Ah, no, it looks like it was on target.
It's just Kyle Walker-Peters is in so much space on that right-hand side. There's no one gone out to him. Jacob Murphy doesn't close him down quick enough. He just drops the shoulder, gets the ball in. It's a nice ball in.
It shows some character, lads.
Yeah.
We got this.
Just Jacob Murphy, like, I love the lad, but his defensive awareness is so poor.
No, I just want to absolutely batter these because he's just a whingy little bastard.
Yeah. That's poor from Burn, to be fair. He's just, don't know where he's disappearing into the goal. Yeah, hits his arm and goes in. All right, don't make it easy.
Should have just grabbed the ball instead. If you know it's going in anyway, just grab the ball. Make it a penalty. Gives a shit.
Shelby has been terrible so far. He's not terrible, but he's given away the ball a few times.
Yeah, he looked a bit knackered in the last game. Obviously came out and made that apology afterwards, even though he had a half-decent game. Clearly looking a bit leggy. Oh, well.
Tough going forward. Okay, it's time to show some character now. That we show that we can come back from being behind.
Well, it's
not the first time we will do that.
We've had all sorts of wins recently, haven't we? We've had drubbings, we've had clinging on by the skin of our teeth. We haven't had one that we've come from behind to absolutely hammer them yet. So,
oh, Stewie, and Armstrong.
What's the
Sure,
restrictions
man.
like in Holland, Brandon?
Which restrictions?
The COVID ones?
Oh, it's just only in public transport and in the airports you still need to have like a mask, and that's it.
Yeah.
I got kicked out when I was on my way from Czech Republic to the Netherlands in Germany. I got kicked out at Burger King because I didn't even had a mask anymore. And they said like, you need to have a mask. I said I don't have one, man. So they said you have to leave. You need to leave the store. So okay, whatever. Fuck your shit store. So I was thinking like, fuck it. Actually, I'm being stupid. I could just go through the drive-through. So I was there again, and they must be thinking this motherfucker is back again. And then it's the same order, double Whopper with cheese.
It's only airports and hospitals now that you've got to wear a mask or doctor says.
Doesn't make any sense though.
Well, the hospital is just to.
Well, yeah, health hospital, whatever. I get it, but airports and in trains, like if you don't need to wear it anywhere else, what's the point of wearing it?
We don't have to wear it on public transport, like.
No, we do.
It's just
I don't, and I don't use public transport much anymore.
Yeah.
I should with the gas prices these moments.
The thing with the aeroplanes is it's like this is like agreement between all the European countries that like they would just keep wearing masks.
Probably because after you go through border security, you're in like no-go zone basically.
Yeah. It's weird though because you can't queue at the toilet, so you've just got to watch the toilet when you're in the airplane.
You do?
What?
You do?
Yeah, so you've just got to stand there like staring at the toilet, like and run to the toilet before you down.
And if the door's open, immediately go.
Yeah. I'm back in an airport.
When I was flying, sometimes and you still needed you needed a mask. All I did is like ordering when the stewardess came. I ordered always 2 beers so I could go all the time being like, I'm still drinking. Even when it was empty, I just pretended like I was drinking, you know.
I'm going back to Tenerife on in 2 Mondays.
In 2 Mondays.
Supposedly it's 1-1. Is the chat lying? Is Brandon going to do a fake smile again?
Go on, Brandon, you got it. Oh, if it's Wood, I'm going to hit the roof. I fucking love that lad. I can't get enough of Chris Wood. He gives me a stonk on.
He gives you a Wood.
He gives me Wood. Go on, Brandon. Don't let us down, lad.
Mate, it's nothing yet.
We're still on the same stupid grid as
still on our own half. We're still on our own half. Wait. Fraser on the left-hand side now. Place it to target, back to Fraser. Fraser back to Shelby. Whips it in, Shelby. Wood? Yeah, it's Wood. Get in!
It's Wood. You couldn't have been less.
Get in!
Right.
Ah.
Get in!
Fucking let in.
Finally.
Chris Wood. I fucking love it. Chrissy Wood. My fellow countryman, sorta.
Everyone in
because my dad is from New Zealand.
Wood. He's not even anywhere close, your fellow countryman.
Mate, my dad is born in New Zealand.
I know, but you also claim like half of Europe's your nationality as well, so you can't say much about that.
Yeah. Whatever. Leave me alone, man.
We said pre-match we had a feeling that Wood would get off the mark today. Everyone in the predictions was saying he would as well. And
they were right. They said on the next one, they said a lot of people said Bruno will score, so let's hope that will be true as well.
Let's hope they're right there as well. Shelby getting a lot of stick earlier in the game, picks up
good header
as well.
Yeah,
good fucking header from Wood. Like he needed this one. Hopefully more to come now. Now he got the feeling of scoring.
See, I don't really get the criticism of him that he's had in the last 12 games.
I mean, that gives you an indication of how far I am behind listening to this. I've just seen the goal going.
You didn't see it, you heard it, mate.
I heard
Jesus
it.
Christ, man.
Are you listening with your eyes?
I'm listening with my eyes. What a ball from John Joe Shelby. It's almost a mirror of where Southampton's ball in came from on the other side. Absolutely
you just said, what a goal by John Joe Shelby.
What a
What a
ball!
ball.
Oh, what a ball!
I'm not far ahead.
Sorry,
I'm not
I don't speak English so good, you know.
I'm glad we responded well. We've responded quickly there. That's a brilliant ball and brilliant run, and what a header as well.
But this is, I don't want to give too, well, he had some good chances, Chris Wood, before, some sitters, but these are the kind of crosses he needs to get.
Yeah,
And sometimes he got crosses, but they were slightly off. But this was perfect.
couldn't miss that. That's brilliant.
This goal is typical of Chris Wood. Typical.
Yeah.
Soccer Steve.
When I signed up for the championship, didn't we?
Oh, mate.
Brilliant ball in from Shelby. Brilliant header from Wood. Came from that left hand side.
Imagine Van der Beek and being Dele Alli saying, or Van der Beek saying, I don't want to play a relegation battle. Like, look at him now. Who's laughing now?
Super stalker Steve.
Jody boys are on a banter. Van der Beek should have known better. Oh, cleared it. Good clearance by Burn? Or was it target? Basically the same height, so you can't tell.
I've just put it on the private chat, so I can see the comments now. Like,
yeah, no, I mean, as much as I like knowing what the score is at the right moment, there's nothing. There's quite the same as watching it with your own ears.
Well, one day we'll all have the same stream and we can all be at the exact same minutes. I think Brandon's like 30 seconds ahead of me, then I'm 30 seconds ahead of you.
What minute you guys on now?
35 right now.
Okay, I have 35:40 now. Look at the face of that.
I'm just getting some. The commentary are on 34:45.
Wood's still celebrating.
But I heard the UK government decided to lower the speed of the internet in Leeds.
Yeah, they just want to make me suffer.
Looks offside. Yeah.
And news coming in from the Leeds United game. Aston Villa have taken the lead with Philip Coutinho. Philip Coutinho scoring. Was it a penalty? No. Pulled back. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a horrible deflection. Keeper's been absolutely stuffed there. So Leeds losing.
Oh, what are we doing here? Willock. That ball to Guimaraes.
Did you see Mbappe's goal that got disallowed yesterday?
Oh, it was travesty.
Yeah. Oh,
unbelievable.
Southampton hit the crossbar. Jesus. Adams.
So as it stands, Leeds losing, Wolves beating Watford 3-0 now, and Chelsea beating Norwich 2-0.
What a hit. Luckily it comes off the crossbar, to be fair. Yeah. Cool. He hits it perfectly to you. Jesus. Dubravka nowhere to be seen as well.
Other results elsewhere absolutely going our way at the moment. We've just got to make sure we get something out of this. Brandon's predictions already been proven wrong.
Fuck's sake. Shot down again.
Yeah, he always goes down, doesn't he, though? Hopefully there's nothing serious wrong.
Second time now.
Yeah. Is it the same injury as he holding his groin?
Yeah.
Do you reckon he'll get a new contract? Because he's out with contract shortly, isn't he?
Yeah. It's
in talks, I believe.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the club said they're in talks with Share for a new contract. Longstaff's also out of contract, but there's apparently no talks planned at the moment. But I think Eddie Howe wants to keep him on.
What, Matty or
no, Sean? Sorry,
Sean.
Yeah, Matty got a big.
Maybe Matty as well if he does good.
Well, I mean, he got like a 5-year deal a couple of last season. Was it a 5-year deal last season? I can't remember how long it was, but.
I'm off to the toilet real quick, lads. I turn off my mic. No worries.
Thank you.
Cheers for letting us know, pal. We've got no one to spoil it for us now, apart from the
no.
chat.
Talking about the Madrid game, it's crazy how much PSG bottled it last night. Like,
Oh, it was incredible. They've inherited that Spurs gene from Pochettino. It's incredible.
yeah. His second goal, the pass from Modric was unreal.
Oh,
And I think
brilliant.
his third goal was unreal as well.
Yeah, first time finish was incredible. Proper striker, Benzema. Like, get him next.
I
Get
think
him next season.
he's got 78 goals in the Champions League. I think 78, somewhere like high 70s, and he hasn't scored a single penalty.
It's mental. That absolutely mental. Some player. It's an absolute travesty that we didn't get to see more of him on an international stage for so long.
Yeah.
But,
I think he's the only player to score in 18 Champions League seasons in a row.
Bloody hell. All right, stat man over there.
I was just bored at work, so I was just flicking through.
Yeah, so a lot of people score predictions at the start of the match coming in. A lot of 1-1s thrown about. A draw was the most popular prediction. A couple of wins. There was a couple of 2-1s, a couple of 3-1s, which are still on at the moment. But, yeah. Alex piping up, telling us about the Longstaffs as well, saying it's a good call to keep the Longstaffs around, seeing what Howe can do and what his team can do with supposed Deadwood. Yeah, you know, if Rafa Benitez can get the best out of Sean Longstaff and make him a £50 million player, then why can Eddie Howe not? So...
Because I think he got well and truly bruised.
Yeah, he's gone so far backwards he can't go forwards again.
Yeah. Well, they won a couple of days ago, didn't they, West Brom?
Yeah, finally got off the mark. Yeah, I think he's taken them from 5th to like 13th since he's joined us. Incredible.
Murphy down, by the way.
Oh no.
Oh no, sorry, it's Guimaraes. It's Guimaraes.
Oh no. So it sounded a bit more genuine. Yeah,
because we were after that Che Adams for ages, weren't we? When he was like a non-league player.
Yeah. Not fit to lace Chris Wood's boots, unfortunately. I'll say that, and then he'll come and score a second half.
Is Adam Armstrong playing or not?
He's on the bench.
No, it's on the bench.
Yeah.
This will be a massive blow as Bruno Guimaraes can't go on.
We've got Longstaff on the bench.
Hopefully, then Joe Linton's injury isn't really that bad for you. Because otherwise, it's gonna look. Otherwise, we probably get better as fuck by Chelsea next Sunday. Imagine Joe Linton not playing, Guimaraes not playing.
Yeah, we could be in big trouble, especially against someone like Chelsea. But apparently, Reece James.
At that moment, I wouldn't. If that happens, if that's the scenario, I wouldn't mind playing 5 at the back just for that game. Lascelles, Burn, and Cher.
Yeah, that's if Cher.
My target.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you saw earlier today, Reece James apparently picking up an injury.
What a shame.
It means he'll miss the next 4 games, which obviously includes us on Sunday even. But yeah, he had a fucking blinder against us the last time, so.
Was that sarcasm, Liam?
What?
Was that sarcasm?
Just a bit. Did you not see that Chelsea can only spend 20 grand a game when they go away on European trips?
I love that. I love it.
Fight for the boys.
Yeah. Sam said in the group chat earlier that he thinks, obviously no definite confirmation, but he thinks that Joe Linton's been rested along with Allan Saint-Maximin for that Chelsea game. We can only hope that he's not actually picked up a serious injury. He has travelled with the squad, which is a good sign.
Good flick on by Dan Burn. Otherwise, it would be Shea Adams again. Very dangerous cross.
But it's Cheltenham next week, isn't it?
All right. Any betting tips, mate?
No, just pick any. It doesn't really matter.
I would say I like that horse, Flower Power.
Flower Power.
Really not got the target demographic here because I couldn't give less of a toss about horse racing.
I just put the free bets on and just watch them.
Flower Power is check him out. He's being back to win.
All right then. Well, if he's been back to win, that'll be rubbish odds then. All right, we've got to have some outsiders then.
Well, if you want to be sure, printing money, man.
Yeah.
Don't think you can ever describe betting as printing money.
I remember I was on a stag do at Newcastle races, and I wanted me. Oh, I'll put this £5 on. I think I was going to win like 500 quid. It came in. He's like, "Don't be daft. You'll just lose your money." So I was like, "All right, whatever."
But it's just a
Put it on
five,
the-
so
Put it on the horse that was like favourite to win, and guess which horse won?
It's always the way. It's always.
I looked at him and I was like, you owe me £500.
But you know for a
never
fact,
listen.
if you
Never
put
listen
it
to
on
your
the-
mates when you're betting, mate.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. I don't really know nothing about horse racing. Like,
No, I wouldn't have the.
Like I
foggiest.
said, you should go for flower power. Easy. Just take my bet.
I mean, you kind of do that in every race, though. And he's only racing one.
Well, he might be. Well, he's not. He's close to be favorite to win. Like he's like one of the whatever 4. Is it? Like it's not just one. It's not just him only favorite. It's like close with him. So
Yeah, with Mr. Sam Mulliner needs to be here to chat about horse racing. He needs his own bloody show to chat about that.
I think he probably
is
will.
Sam, is Sam watching us? So he can back me up on flower power.
Yeah, Sam, if you're watching, jump on a halftime, mate, and give us some horse racing tips from Cheltenham next week.
There you go.
He's probably got a bloody podcast coming out about it.
I definitely did some. I did some research on it, because I just want to bet on it because Sam is so into it.
Yeah,
I think Carlos as well.
yeah. They know their stuff.
I remember them doing that video of the races when they were like, I think,
Yeah,
was both of them being dressed up, or was it just Sam?
I think we've got a rogue Johnny making an appearance in a second. Hello, pal.
Hello. How you doing?
Good, thanks, mate. Are you
How we
fine?
getting on?
There we go. There we are. We're all right. We're playing okay. It's
1-1 still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell.
I've seen
we're-
Chris
coming
Wood's
over,
goal.
Johnny.
Obviously, it was a great finish, but I've heard the goal that we conceded wasn't very good at all.
It was sloppy as out.
Yeah,
Was
it's
it?
come from the right hand side with Jacob Murphy's lack of defensive awareness and then
But
poor positioning. Matt Target gets on.
I have,
goal.
Are we missing?
I have to
Joe
say,
Linton?
Southampton looks dangerous though, because they hit the crossbar already. Few very good, dangerous crosses going in. I have to say, Southampton is the more dangerous side,
Right.
apart from our
Would you
goal.
say that we're missing Joe Linton today, boys?
I would say
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
Definitely.
mental to say. Like given what 6 months ago we wouldn't have even.
We've got
dreamed.
we've got no enforcer really. I think that's the problem.
I'd still take a point today, mate. I have to be honest.
Yeah. I said that before
Well-
the game. I think my prediction was 1-1, and I said I'd be happy with, as long as we don't lose, I'll be happy with it, because I think the points to come, Everton next week's a big one. Southampton on a good run of form, so can't complain at 1-1.
Are
Well,
you
I
just
think
at work,
it's
Johnny?
important.
But all the results are going our way as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen. I think the good thing from a Newcastle point of view is if we can just keep, being tough to beat, and even if we do get a point today against Southampton, which is it's possible if it's 1-1. Is it half time yet? Is it?
No,
Almost 2 more
3
minutes.
minutes.
Or 1 more minute. 1 more minute to half time.
So-
Yeah, they're behind me, so
Right.
way. Are you just at work, Johnny?
So, like I say, if you take a point, 29 points. If someone said that to me after the Watford game, by the time you play Southampton in the rescheduled game, you'd be on 29 points and you'd be, 7 or 8 points clear safety. That's a really good return. So, just got to keep going, I suppose. Just get the point today. If we nick it, we'll nick it. Chelsea's going to be tough, but I'm just happy with how the boys are playing. Defensively, it looks solid, apart from the odd error against Southampton potentially.
Yeah.
Just for your information, Johnny, Sher 2 times went down already with an injury. And
Really?
also Guimaraes went down. Yeah, Guimaraes also went down for an injury. Just
How
as
has
a short.
Bruno started? Actually, that's interesting.
They say Jonathan has.
meh.
He's been
Really?
it's very middle of the road. I think him and Shelby are getting on top of each other a little bit. He's had some good flashes. He had a shot which looked dangerous, but it was deflected over the bar.
And he had also a nice pass to Jason Timo as well.
Yeah. I think you've got to remember
1-1.
it's his first full on start. So
Yeah.
to be honest with you, if Newcastle can win another couple of games, say we win, if we win tonight and win against Everton next Thursday, and Newcastle more or less on 34 points or something, that's pretty much a Newcastle save, in my opinion. You could put Bruno in from now to the end of the season and go, right, learn how to play Premier League football or learn how to adjust to it, because if you can do that by the start of next season when potentially more players come, you're going to be in a much better situation.
I said before the game started to Matt, I think 32 points is enough to stay up.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, like I say, Everton don't look like getting points. I don't know if Leeds. I think Leeds were getting beat last time I checked.
Yeah, they still are. It's only 34 minutes in, but they're 1-0 down against Villa, which is obviously a positive result. Wolves are 3-0 up against Watford, and Norwich are 2-0 down against Chelsea as well.
2-1 now, is it?
2-0.
2-0, sorry, I thought you said 2-1.
No, not 2-0.
Like I said, the results are going our way, so you would expect Chelsea to win. You would expect Wolves to win now. Yeah. Leeds, you don't know if it's Villa have got some good players, but
yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I think if Newcastle just do their job, you're laughing, aren't you?
Yeah, well, exactly. It's on us to get points on the board. It doesn't matter how everyone else is doing. You know, you look at last season. We were talking about it before the game. Last season, 29 points was enough to stay up last year. Everyone that went down had less than 29 points. So obviously Norwich getting battered. Watford looked lethargic tonight, and then it's that last spot that between kind of Burnley, Everton, Leeds, and somebody else, maybe Brentford. So we're not safe.
Just don't forget as well. Like today, a point is I wouldn't say massive, but very much needed against a Southampton side who is good and is on a very good run as well. And we don't play our strongest side, so.
Yeah, I think Southampton are a good team. I think a lot of people would have had them as like relegation candidates. I probably would have had the same like relegation candidates. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting if Newcastle win. I think if they can just frustrate Southampton, because I think Southampton fans will be thinking that we need to be beating teams like Newcastle, because they'll be thinking we need to finish in the top half. We can get a top half finish out of this.
Yeah.
Also in the FA Cup as well, like Southampton, like we've got a good team. Manager's all right. I don't think he's as good as what people are making out. I think he's got the best out of a
just being daft in his interviews.
I don't think he's anything special.
No,
he's just being daft in his interviews and whining.
Yeah, I mean, Southampton in the Premier League, at least, you know, they've got a perfectly balanced record. 28 games played, 8 won, 12 drawn, 8 lost. 36 points, sitting in 10th position after today, as it stands. Not
teams like Southampton, Brighton, Crystal Palace, you just know I'm going to get relegated.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned Crystal Palace. You know, after today, they'll be 11th on 33 points, and we've got a game in hand. And if we pick up a point here and win our game in hand, we're only 1 point behind them.
2 points. 2 points, I think.
I'll tell you what, boys. I'll if you can kick me out, Matt.
Johnny, just one question. Johnny, one question.
Ooh.
Oh,
you still
one question.
Sorry.
Why are you on a stroll? I just stopped work or something. Or?
Yeah, I've just finished work. So.
That's why. Okay.
I was thinking about going down for the Southampton game, but when you Thursday night's so difficult. Like unless you're Lee Lawler, who decides to get a train at ridiculous o'clock and then go back home and go back to London and then go back home and then go to Liverpool a few days later. Like I love Newcastle.
He stays in London, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I've got my ticket for Tottenham away, so I'm looking forward to that. I think that's my next away day. Johnny, get a shave, please. Sam, you're just jealous. You're just jealous. You know, jealousy is really, 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 really poor from you.
I am jealous of your beard, Johnny. I'm really jealous of your beard.
Hey, it keeps you warm, mate. It keeps you warm.
There you go. No, seriously. I wish I could grow a beard like you, man. Seriously.
Stop it, you tease, you little flirt. I'll get out, boys. If anybody can text me a stream, that would be greatly appreciated. I'll be about 5 minutes from home, so if anybody can,
I'll text you one before. I'll text you one in WhatsApp. I jump out real quick then, and
good man.
I'll send you one.
Enjoy the second half, boys. I'll see you later on. Matt, if you can just pick me out.
Okay.
Yeah, nice one. See ya.
Okay, I gotta jump out real quick to send Johnny a stream. Yeah.
All right, I'll fly solo for now. Off you go. Right, lads, just me then for half time. Have you missed me swooning over Chris Wood yet? Yes, you have, Sam. I think the words I used were stonk on when he scored. We've also, if you've not been tuned in, Sam, we've also asked for betting tips for Cheltenham. I forget Brandon's pick. It was something like Flower Power. That was Brandon's pick. I don't know the first thing about it, so if you can get in the comments with some tips for everyone on here, that would be fantastic. But as for the football, which is what we're here to talk about tonight, not the best first half. We've looked a bit shaky, out of possession. Southampton dominating the ball at 65% possession in the first half, which we are comfortable out of possession in most games, but they've pressed us high. We haven't looked comfortable on the ball, haven't been able to get out. The goal was poor to concede. Coming in from our right-hand side, Jacob Murphy not closing his man down well enough for me. Matt Targett getting beat at the back post, and Dan Burn just getting caught out and deflecting in off him. 2 shots on target for Southampton, 1 for us. 2 shots off target for Southampton and for us, and 1 blocked shot for Southampton, none for us. So it's been a mixed bag. We're still in it by a long shot. But it's all to play for second half. Be happy with a point, as I'm sure most people would, but we'd love to see 3. Just cannot really lose the game. I think Brandon's back and ready to go, so we'll bring him back in. Hello. Sam's saying, should he do a Cheltenham preview on an FTV Extra on Monday night? Oh, is it Monday night? Cheltenham preview night on NFT? Yeah, Monday night. Should he do that, Brandon?
Yeah, sure. I back Flower Power all the way. You can ask him. Can you let me know who he's backing?
Let us know in the comments down below if you want Sam to do a Cheltenham preview on Monday night on NFTV Extra. He's very in the know with all this stuff. He knows what he's talking about. So I don't know if we can say he's in the know, actually. But yeah, he knows what he's talking about. At least he'll give you some tips. And it comes to football, he's saying midfield struggling to retain possession. Southampton have a lot of joy against Kraft and Murphy. Yeah, we said this when we were watching it. That right-hand side, it's a strange decision to put Fraser on the other side when he could offer a bit more defensive cover than Jacob Murphy. Obviously, Murphy picking up a very early booking as well, which means he's not be able to commit to challenges as much. Wouldn't be surprised to see him subbed off in the second half. But then again, you're missing out on Allan Saint-Maximin coming off the bench. So you'd probably say Almiron comes on, or maybe, Ritchie on the wing. Depends who you want on that right-hand side. Maybe you bring Ritchie on and switch Fraser and Ritchie over. Just to add a bit more defensive cover on that side. Some people picking holes in that side. Kraft and Murphy need to be subbed off and spend the second half picking up litter in St Mary's car park, man. Kieran Almiron on. Yeah, I know Eddie Howe says, you don't change a winning side, and he's been trying to keep the team the same rewarding winning performances. But Emil Kraft's been absolutely torn apart in that first half, and Mankio's been match fit for a couple of game weeks now, so I was quite surprised to see him not starting. Probably will see him at some point in the second half. Andrew pointing out we're looking like we're trying too hard to get Bruno on the ball. Yeah, I've noticed that at times as well. We've got John Joe Shelby alongside him. We seem to be forcing stuff through Bruno, and it's not always been working. So maybe we try and play around.
Say that though, John Joe lost 2 times possession in 2 very dangerous positions where the counter attack came from Southampton twice, and it was dangerous as well. Straight on the midfield with too many men in front of the ball.
The midfield has looked a bit lethargic. It's looked a bit tired, and Willock's not really been in the game for me, apart from his header that he put into Rose Ed in the last few moments of the game. It's
but the contracts, though, Matt. The contracts of we were first all not too pleased 6 months ago. I don't know how long Joelinton is playing well. Maybe just say 3 months or whatever. We weren't too pleased seeing him on the score on the player sheet, and now we're just feeling so bad he's not playing, and you just see how much we miss him. Really, we need that man person that is chasing balls.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds great, by the way.
He's been a massive miss today, Joelinton. We've got a bit of a debate going on, or a bit of divisiveness going on in the comments. Simon saying Bruno's playing well. All right, fair enough. Okay. Daniel, Bruno's not playing well. So that just shows you how we can watch the same game of football and come to different conclusions. Yeah, it's been a bit hit and miss. Not the best half of football from anyone by any stretch of the imagination. But
by what?
Yeah. What have you made of Bruno's first half performance?
Not really outstanding, besides that shot on goal that he tried, but not convinced yet, to be fair. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the opposite. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, I mean, like Johnny pointed out, it's going to take some time adapting to the league, and maybe it's his first start. Maybe he struggled adapting to the pace of it all, just because the last couple of times he's come on have been against tired teams where he's been able to dictate the play a little bit more, whereas Southampton are pressing a little bit higher. Sorry, Aston Villa nearly scored another one there. Otar the foul, making a good point here, to be fair. 2 crosses into the box, and Southampton struggled to deal with both of them. Ritchie on the left, Fraser on the right. Wood could have a field day. Well, we mentioned a little bit earlier on about maybe taking Murphy off and bringing Matt Ritchie on. Would that make sense to you? Get a bit more power in the box, just whip balls in and hope Wood gets on the end of them?
Meaning you would change formation and drop Ritchie to like the right mid? Or
I'd think just keep it the same and just take Murphy off and put Ritchie on. Either put Ritchie at right mid or bring Ritchie on for Murphy, put Fraser on the right
I think it's
mid.
even better for him to play in that position because he doesn't have the legs anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, he still has to come back a little bit, but not as a right back anymore that he has to run that much.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could work out very well actually.
Yeah.
Just another thing I want to touch upon, like the sort of slaying of I don't want to say slaying of Bruno, but we should give him some time as well to adapt to the league as well, because how long did we need to wait for Joelinton?
Yeah.
So,
well, hopefully it doesn't take as long as that.
And it was the same price tag as well, so hopefully it will work out eventually, just a little bit earlier. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I mean, we know he's going to come good eventually. There's talent there, undeniably. It's just this game might be a bit of a struggle for him. It will be interesting to see how Eddie Howe changes the game plan in the second half and how he approaches the game. Will he go out and attack to try and get all 3 points? Will he sit back and play for the draw? Will he change the personnel up? Be interesting to see. Yeah, Andrew's saying Bruno's had his moments, but not really affecting the game high enough the pitch. Yeah, Joelinton, as much as he is an enforcer in that midfield, winning the ball back, he also distributes it really well to the forward players. And Bruno's not really done that too much. Obviously, he's only played 45 minutes. But, I'd like to see him picking his head up a little bit more and looking for Chris Wood, or maybe switching the ball over to the wings with Murphy and Fraser. Yeah, Aaron's saying we'll get the real Bruno when ASM comes on. Unfortunately, that won't be today because Saint-Maximin's not in the squad. But those two did seem to link up really nicely. Bruno was always looking for Allan Saint-Maximin when they both came off the bench the other week. Quick word from Ian. 650 Darlington fans at York on a Tuesday night. Not bad for a fan-owned National League North club. A lot of respect for that. My mum's from Darlington, so if you can have a second team, they are my second team. So hope the Quakers, Ian, and hope you enjoyed that trip. But back to Newcastle stuff. Yeah, hope we get 3 points. Reluctant game. Yeah, I think we're all hoping that, but it's whether we can actually see it out in the second half. It's been a bit of a shaky start in the first half, but could go either way. We could get all 3. Could get a point, could stay 1-1, or it could go absolutely tits up and Southampton come out swinging in the second half and we end up losing the game. But
I got to do it real quick before halftime second half starts again. Be right back.
Okie doke. I'm flying solo again. This is frequent occurrence, this. Pete making the point here. I feel Bruno has to cover for John Joe defensively. If we get Joe, Bruno will be freed up. Yeah, I did think this. We've had a lot of comments saying, Shelvey and Bruno are like clashing with each other, overlapping with each other. And that's true to a certain extent. They're very similar kinds of players to a certain extent. And they are stepping on each other's toes. So it'll be interesting to see if Eddie Howe switches it up in the second half. Is he going to bring Longstaff on? And if he does, who does he bring him on for? Shelvey or Bruno? Does he hook Bruno, save him for Chelsea? You don't really have another option on the bench for central midfield. Maybe DeBoll or DeBolla, as I was told it was pronounced earlier on. But we don't have a lot of options on that bench in the midfield with Joelinton being out injured. So there's not a lot, especially defensively as well, with Sean being a bit of a slightly more attacking-minded midfielder. It'll be interesting to see how approaches this game in the second half, because I don't know what I would do as a manager. I think maybe I'd get Ritchie on at maybe the 55th, 60th minute for Murphy. Andrew's saying that Murphy's got to be high on the list to come off with a yellow card. Yeah, we can't afford to be going down to 10 men. And if Kyle Walker-Peters nips past him and he leaves a trailing leg, that's his game done for. So, he's got to be priority number 1 to take off. He's not having the best game, but it's we'll see how the second half goes. Brandon's back in a cloud of steam.
I got a delivery as well. Again, I just went to the toilet and.
Dan Kane in the comments. Quick question. In America, being an NUFC fan for 30 years, but can never find the word to chants and the songs. Well, I mean, I would teach you them on here, but you'll probably forget them by the time the video is done. So everyone in the comments, show Dan a bit of love and teach him a few of the chants in the comments down below. And hopefully if he's singing along at home or even gets to a game at St. James's Park one day, then he can sing along as well. Welcome, Dan. I can notice you're saying it's your first time here. Welcome. Everyone's welcome. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We've got NUFC content coming out of our ears. It's obviously all football related, but obviously we've got plenty of other stuff as well. The Greenwood and Mulliner podcast had Robson Green on earlier in this week, which was a bit of a corker as well. He's a massive Newcastle United fan. He's a season ticket in the Gallagher end. Big Newcastle fan. And we've got a load of interviews like that on the channel as well. Brandon playing wrestling with his Velcro. I don't actually know what he's doing there.
It's my order, man.
Oh, nice one.
What's the boxing gloves? Finally.
Are you up for a fight in the second half?
Sure, why not?
Right, players.
I order them together with this thing.
Players coming out in the second half. So we should be bringing you second half coverage shortly. We'll do our best to keep you up to date with the action. Obviously, not on the TV in the UK or the radio, I don't think, but we'll do our best to bring the action and give you a bit of company and hopefully some good chat along the way. Don't forget to get involved in the comments. Is there anything you want to know about us personally or any opinions we've got? Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think as well. And if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. As well, it helps us up massively, not just to Newcastle Fans TV, but also to NFTV Extra. And if you've got Twitch, go over there and help us out as well. I know we've got a couple of watchers or streamers on Twitch tonight. So
very much appreciated, by the way, on Twitch.
Yeah. So thank you everyone that's stuck with us for the first half. We're getting underway for the second half. Apparently we're about 2 minutes behind. So keep us up to date in the action with the comments down below. We'll bring you our reactions as and when we get the action on our screen/ears/streams. Yeah. So Dan, if you have a look in the comments, we've got some chants being bandied about from NUFC Swan, and then Rayner following it up as well. So, oh god, what I'd give to be at that Southampton game right now. Jay in Atlanta. Dan, you've got a fellow American here. Jay in Atlanta. How we the lads? Let's get a result in the second half. Yeah, let's come out swinging. I'd like to see us put up a bit of a fight in the second half. Take the game to Southampton.
I have to say about Jay, I love to see him a little bit more in the chat, to be fair. And he used to come on the fan reaction sometimes, or being more in videos, but I miss him a little bit, not going to lie.
Yeah, we miss you, Jay. It's always nice to have you on the show. We obviously understand you're a busy man and time zones aren't always the friendliest, but
he very much knows where he's talking about when it comes to, when he's an American, he knows what he's talking about when it comes to football. But seriously, especially when it comes to analyzing stuff and statistics, he's very well in that.
Yeah,
he's very good at that. Sorry.
Yeah, we've got a couple of knowledgeable Americans, don't we? With Ian and
Steve.
With Steve and Jay. Sorry, I said Ian because I was just about to say thank you to Ian who's subscribed. You're more than welcome. Welcome to the family.
And we even have a very knowledgeable and, for me, very much appreciated member and fellow Toon fan. Is Paul from Toon Down Under.
Yeah.
The Australian. I love Paul.
Jay's been
love to have a beer with him.
Yeah, definitely. Jay's been very busy recently, Brandon, but we'll try and come on some more. So we look forward to that, Jay. Mickey's asking what the score is.
Say it again. I didn't see the Jason.
I was just saying he's been very busy recently, so he'll try and get on more.
Cheers, mate.
Mickey, what's the score? It's currently 1-1, as far as I'm aware, anyway. Adam's asking where Soccer Steve is. Don't worry. Don't worry. He'll be here later. Don't worry. He'll be here for the fan reaction show, maybe.
Scoring the players and fan reaction.
Yeah, exactly. So he'll be here.
I'm not allowed anymore on the scoring the players. I don't know why.
You've been stripped of your rights on the scoring the players. Okay, well, if Liam never returns, maybe you'll be allowed on.
Right.
But yeah, no Miguel Almiron on the pitch tonight, Jay. But maybe we'll see him, depending on how Eddie Howe wants to switch up that midfield as the game progresses. We might see him.
Yeah, Almiron is Jay's child, basically.
Yeah.
Coming from, because for the people who doesn't know, Jay is an American, lives in Atlanta, supports, and I think I could say he supports Atlanta as well. And yeah, obviously Almiron came from Atlantic United.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. I think there's a high chance we could see Miggy today if he wants to play him in central midfield. Because I think if you take Shelby off, who's looked a bit leggy, move Bruno into that central spot and put Miggy on that left-hand side midfield, there's a very high chance we could see him a bit later on.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if Jay has some shares in the contract of Almiron, like that he gets some shares of or his buyout clause or whatever.
Yeah.
Hit it! Oh, shoot! Corner kick, Newcastle.
Nice. Albin, are there a lot of Swedish Newcastle fans? Well, I'm sure there are. If there's any watching along tonight, make yourself known. Make a new friend. We welcome
I know. On Facebook, it's like a group of Swedish magpies. I know
Brandon,
there is actually.
Brandon, I don't want you to get excited. Don't get excited. But the chat has just exploded with a goal for Bruno Guimaraes. Has he scored on his debut? We'll find out.
I don't know. My stream is a little bit laggy as well. I'm not gonna lie. So
that's all right.
Are we having a corner kick now?
The way the fans are going on, I think it might be true.
Dan Burn hits it back. Oh, what a flick! He flicks it.
Go!
Fucking hell! He flicks it. He literally does. He literally looks like. Oh.
What a
fucking backflip or whatever. How you fucking call it? I don't know.
I love
what the fuck? Two black white army.
Oh, get in.
Get in, lads.
Whoever in the comments earlier said before, 2-1 Newcastle United, Chris Wood, and no, it was 3-0. Chris Wood and Bruno Guimaraes, make yourself known now because that is incredible. I want the lottery numbers for next week.
Come on. You can watch it back actually when the stream ends. Someone said like Guimaraes to score, Wood to score, and Willock, I think, on top of my head.
Have I missed the goal?
Here he is, Glory Hunter. He only comes on for the goal.
Get in, lads. Fucking pussy.
I asked. I want us to come out swinging. I wanted us to come out.
Oh, what a goal! I've just seen it.
Hey, goal on his first start for Newcastle United. What a headline!
Cheeky goal, I'd like. Cheeky flick.
I would have been running up to the Southampton manager, mate.
Just in his face, like, come on, 30 million, stick that down your throat.
Hassan Hutel, you mean?
Yeah.
Get in.
There we go. Go on, Milik. What you gonna do? Hit it? Oh, Shelby, my boy. Bruno. What are you doing? Crosses it. Oh, Guimaraes is on the. Oh, fuck. Medic target.
If we win this game from goals from Chris Wood and Bruno Guimaraes,
go on.
Bathe in fucking Hassan Hutel.
Murphy. Crosses it. Corner kick, Newcastle. Get in, lads. Oh, shit, again.
I know I'm behind.
They're putting the pressure back on. They're putting the pressure back on.
I love this game.
Oh, we find our tempo now. Keep it going. Not sure what was in the tea of Southampton, actually, but they come out a bit weak.
What a game.
They're struggling. Good hit by Muddy Target as well. Another corner by who takes the target? I think so. Then Burn hits it back as well. Again.
What an instinctive finish from Bruno Guimaraes. That is incredible.
Almost Cheryl finish it. Fuck.
Have you seen a better goal this season, Newcastle fans? Let us know in the comments down below. I think Trippier's free kick might be up there, but that is just pure instinct.
Oh, wait. Dan Burn does the same thing as this corner kick that you're about to see. He flicks it back. He heads it back, actually. The same thing he did with the Guimaraes goal. Like, it goes to the far post. He heads it back. Almost shared at the end. I have to reload my stream because it's a little bit laggy. Like loading all the time. Try again. Please. Thank you. Play.
Whew, that is summer finish from Bruno. I don't think I'm getting over that anytime soon. First goal for Chris Wood, first goal for Bruno Guimaraes, and what a game to get it in. The manager that's been constantly complaining about playing against our new signings because he was absolutely terrified.
Brighton, look at the private chat.
What? Okay.
Look at the
1 second. I'm setting up my private chat.
But yeah, Dylan, absolutely right. Bit of Brazilian magic. It's what we needed to turn the tide in this game. Wilson against Palace, another good shout for a fantastic goal. This is the best Newcastle United channel. You're damn right it is, Reluctant Gamer. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to us as well. We're bringing you live fan reaction later tonight, as well as scoring the players and reaction from St. Mary's.
I'm also on TikTok.
And we're also on TikTok. Down with the kids, aren't we?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Okay, no worries.
I'm on my phone, so I can't do that, mate.
Yeah.
Can you not do it, Matt?
I think I've done it, but I don't know if it's worked or not.
Why don't you put it why don't you do it as a sticker? Jesus, look at this. Newcastle's possession, last 5 minute possession. Newcastle 83%, Southampton 17.
Oof. Things I like to see.
I think it was actually, which game was it again? Wasn't it Manchester City, Man United? That Man City had like 92% for possession in the second half or something like that. Something weird like that. 92. That's mental.
How were we playing before we scored again?
But it came out well in the second half. It was good. We started pretty strongly. I mean, the end of the second. You saw the end of the second half. It was Joe Willock probably should have done better with the chance that he had, but we've come out swinging.
Not bad, but we're now putting the screws on. Really, the thumbs.
Yeah.
Newcastle fans going mad.
There we go. What did you just make of the True Geordie podcast?
I've not had a chance to watch it.
Part of, mate, I really, I wouldn't say fan, but I like the True Geordie podcast and the things they talk about. I have nothing against them.
You just wonder how much was taken out, like, of the actual edit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, there was definitely some part that was edited out because he needed to take a fucking poo or whatever. He said he needed to go to the toilet. He literally said in the podcast, like, "Mate, can I go to the toilet real quick?" I said, "Yes, sure, mate. Why not?" And then you had like this overlay sort of thing. I might still haven't watched the podcast with Trippier.
Yeah, not yet. I think I'll.
You really should, mate. It's a good watch.
Yeah.
Gives a good insight as well on Eddie Howe.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's some good insight from him there as well. And if you want some more good insight as well, download the One Football app, which is in the link to which is in the comments down below. Adam, earlier tonight, getting on board with that. It's class. You get all your news there for Newcastle and
as well,
in general.
As well, if you want more insight on Newcastle Fans TV, you can become a member from already $1.99 per month.
He wants his commission this month, doesn't he?
It just came up, man. I'm trained by Leader's Way.
Yeah,
took me a year to all this sorted out.
13
I
goals.
want Dan Burn to score next, and then Matty Target, and then
Yeah.
who was the fifth signing? I don't know.
I mean, Trippier, but I can't obviously.
Oh yeah. I
No,
want
he
Trippier
could,
to
doesn't he? Crutches.
come off the bench on his crutches to bang one in.
Take a free kick with his left foot.
Yeah.
The
with
way
his crutch.
Southampton playing now, if he can.
Yeah.
I just noticed I'm just getting a little bit cocky here. Like,
Yeah, let's not get too confident because this is when they score in like the 80th minute.
How often do you use your punching bag, Brandon?
I just put it up today, literally.
Yeah.
I just got a package. I got a package coming in as well. Here, me gloves came in as well. Like I used to do it always in my gym, but
Yeah.
I saw this only for £100. So
Give it a punch. I want to see if it stays up.
fucking let me. It does. Okay, whatever. I gave it a good little.
I always love it if the wall just collapsed there, you know.
Yeah, like, but you also have like a bar here for like pull-ups.
Go on and do a pull up then.
There
Go on, Brandon. If you trust your handiwork.
But I have to take this one off.
Oh, there's always an excuse, isn't there?
No, literally, because otherwise, how I'm gonna do it? Like,
Well, just try it.
fuck it. You really want me to do? Oh, Jesus, man.
Yeah, I want you to do it.
Look at him go.
Yeah. Right, you can stop now. You're sort of embarrassing me and Matt.
Nah, I can do about 3.
I think I can just about hold the handlebars, and then that's me done.
Yeah, it's a good point here. First half looked off the pace. Second half we're playing a lot better. Yeah, we did look a bit off the pace in the first half. You must have had some team talk at half time to get them to pull their socks up and play like this.
Well, that just like how we don't really, unless I'm being stupid, we don't really score many corners from many corners, do we?
I think it's pretty average. We're not bad at corners, but we're not fantastic either at them. I think we're a bit middle of the road. I'm not sure what.
I don't think we scored much from corners, really. I think we scored more from set pieces.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find the stats on it now, but but yeah, how are we playing, Brandon? It seems like you're a few things ahead of me.
Huh?
How are we playing? Seems like you're a few seconds ahead of us.
Oh no, Southampton is on the attack on the left-hand side, going back to the midfield or to the halfway line. Just passing the ball around, really.
Yeah.
Switch to right now. I think it's better.
I think's funny is that Everton spend £500 million near enough in the relegation zone, like a proper relegation fight.
Things you love to see.
And financially, they're looking like they're in shit as well.
Yeah. Well, how much did they spend? 40 million on Dele Alli?
Well, yeah, it was a weird one. Like officially, it was free.
Wasn't he on the free?
Well, it was officially it's free, but like with all the add-ons, it can get up to 40 million. Ridiculous.
None of them add-ons are going to happen.
But yeah. What should activate the bonuses and the add-ons? Like they stay up or something, or finish like 10, or finish like 10th or something, or I don't know.
It'll be like appearances, like how many appearances he had, how many appearances he has for England, like goals.
That's the tackle man.
You can tell I've been playing Football Manager recently, so.
Oof. Come on, then. Good interception. Good block by Dan Burn.
Dip out for a second.
No worries, mate.
Oh, cheeky flick by Guimaraes, but it didn't go to anyone.
Are you planning on coming over anytime soon?
Yeah, man. Well, it's gonna be May. It's probably gonna be the last end of the last games of the season.
What is the last game of the season? Anyone? Oh, it's Burnley.
No, I'm not saying the last game of the season. One of these last couple of games. Oh Jesus, Guimaraes is down again.
Yeah, I think he's just getting used to like getting hit hard. Do you know what I mean? I think that's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's more physical.
Yeah.
No, because I'm going to Czech Republic end of April again as well with my mom. She's
Yeah.
going for the first time to Czech Republic, so don't really see like. Otherwise, it's going to be very expensive to do all of it.
Yeah.
But I'll figure the game out, of course. I will be back before the end of the season. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I wonder where
Well, you missed
Newcastle
me-
are doing like. Yeah, I miss your
You
crap,
missed me
mate.
already.
Yeah. I just want to just smash your bowling again.
There you go. Miss you too, man.
Oh, yeah. I wonder when Newcastle are doing like their pre-season tour.
Is there any news already about? Or
I don't know. It's probably going to be like Saudi Arabia, you would assume.
Yeah, probably. Sorry, I was just watching these in the background for a second. I think I'm on the back end of that
So-
conversation.
imagine him in the background following our conversation, just talking to himself, like, yeah, probably, and then just switches in.
That's an unbelievable finish, by the way. That Bruno goal.
I think
Long
Bruno
stuff coming in.
Bruno's picked up an injury. I think he might be coming off.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't look too bad going off now
Yeah.
because he's getting stuck now. Long stuff coming in. It's not like looks like he's walking fine, but I don't think Howe wants to take a risk really as well.
No.
Looks
He's
more
just
like an impact injury, doesn't it?
well, he's
Yeah.
just
It would be smartest to bring him off.
maybe he's making this face now, like it's like I don't know how you call it.
Yeah.
in
This
English.
is I mean, Longstaff's coming on for Bruno, I think. But this
he
will be
is.
the second game since while we're on this run that we've gone behind and we've come back to
Came
take
back
the
up.
lead, which we've not done really this season. Apart
Or
from
ever under Bruce.
Oh, well, yeah, exactly. The games we've won this season, we've only come from behind once this season to win the game, which was against Everton. We've come from behind to draw against West Ham. I think maybe a couple other times this season as well. But to actually win the game, we did it against Everton. And obviously, we're still on that run. It's amazing, like you mentioned, Bruce. You mentioned Bruce. Amazing the turnaround that we, if we went 1-0 down on Bruce, that was game over.
Yeah.
And now there's this desire to come back. It's all down to the manager, really, isn't it?
Oh, fucking hell, man.
You're right there, Brandon.
Kraft injured makes a very hard tackle. Oh, fucking hell! It looks like NFL, man. Like American football. Jesus, and then injures himself.
Well, there's no dramas if he does hurt himself.
Fucking hell.
James asking, did Bruno go off? Yes, Bruno's gone off for Sean Longstaff. Picked up a little injury.
Look at that challenge.
But if Bruno is injured for Chelsea, I expect Joe Linton's probably going to be fit enough to start.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like American football, man.
Oh,
Like
I don't know if that's a foul though. Like he's got the ball. They've just run
man.
into- No, but like, see, he's gone in.
It's like a fucking body check.
Yeah, but
It's like NFL.
they've just collided with each other. He's not like
but he got the ball first, and then
Fucking hell.
no, but like
come
seriously,
on,
he gets
mate.
the ball.
that other lad bottled it. The Southampton player bottled
Yeah.
it there.
Come
'Cause
on,
if-
mate. That's just. I think it's just a little bit too reckless.
Yeah, I think
Not
if
gonna
Kraft
lie.
slides in there, then that's fine because it's just a strong challenge. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. Oh well.
Just a strong kill. Well, I'm biased too, but I'm just clearly too reckless in my opinion.
What are you drinking the day, Brandon?
Oh, shut up. Is that why I'm not doing scoring the players?
What?
Is that why I'm also not doing scoring the players? Oh, Broya looks
not.
injured.
I think it was a
I
genuine question, Brandon.
Yeah, I think it was.
He wasn't trying to get the piss out of you.
Lee and Sam probably thought like that will probably be on the piss again, so let's not put him on scoring the players. But Liam, you have to say, when I did scoring the players the last couple of times, I do better scorings than Steve does. He's just
But
too
you
harsh.
couldn't do any worse than what Steve does. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay,
I love
fair enough,
Steve.
fair
His
enough.
ratings are all over.
But you have to say, Steve gets sometimes a lot of stick for like his scorings and his ratings.
Steve just gets a lot of stick in general. Do you know? Never mind. Steve can just speak in all the comments, just hate on him.
but that's just mainly, I think 80% is down because he is being American and English people just being butthurt about a Yank, how they say it, talking about football, which is ridiculous, but in my opinion. But
that's what it is.
We just praised the American and Australians watching Newcastle Fans TV actually when we were still not on. We talked about Jay in Atlanta, Steve, Paul, the Australian, Paul Down Under.
Yeah.
They all know what they're talking about. They probably have more knowledge about football than me. Not gonna lie.
Oh, but that's not
Because all I watch is Newcastle United. That's why my knowledge is not much.
Well, even your knowledge about Newcastle's not that good, so.
Oh yeah, man. At least you're shit at bowling.
I beat you? I can't be that bad. Do you know what I mean?
I just watched it back, yeah? I watched it back today. Not gonna lie. And you had a footfall. And it was 7 points deduction. So I would it didn't go off. It does. It shows the red thing behind your score. When you throw, it shows the red one.
Yeah, but 7 points. They didn't take the 7 points off, so that's
no, because it's well. Never mind.
You just a sore loser because I then went and smashed you all over our pool as well. So.
But who won the first game of bowling actually?
You.
Okay. I actually won the second. You smashed me by 1 point. Yeah. If we don't take the football off.
Smash you all over.
Yeah, sure, mate. By 1 point. Yeah. How many points I smashed you the first game?
Can't remember.
It was around 20. So pipe down.
The only thing that matters is the one that won the last game.
Yeah, sure. You were also close with Pool, and that's actually on vlog as well. That's on vlog. But at least I beat Lee with Pool.
Was this on camera or was this?
It was on.
Well, bowling was sometimes.
So bowling was sometimes. If they go back and judge for themselves, they can go watch it, can they?
Yeah.
They can.
Yeah. Is that on NFTV Extra? Is it, lads?
Yeah. Also, the full pool game is actually on NFTV Extra, and Lee has actually a pretty funny commentary on it. Oh, Adam Armstrong is coming in, by the way. It's really funny to watch, actually.
Yeah, I was on the phone all the time, so I was distracted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
With his bank, because in the end I had to pay again because he couldn't fucking pay.
I don't mean Apple Pay.
You're basically acting like you're a drug dealer, or you had problems with your card. Oh, I cannot pay. Can you please pay for the drinks? Fuck off.
My Apple Pay stopped
whole night it was like that. I paid for all that night, mate.
I'll give you the money back, though, so you can shut up.
Fucking hell. In the meantime, in the footballing world, Norwich have pulled one back against Chelsea. Timo Pukki scored a penalty, and Adam Armstrong has come on for Southampton in place of Broja. Broja. That's the one.
Broja.
So he's going to score. So we need another goal.
Yeah, let's focus a little bit more on football instead of.
I was enjoying that. It's like I'll just get the popcorn out and just watch my parents pick it.
Were you still there, by the way?
Who?
When we went to that place playing pool, and no, you weren't, right?
No, I'd had to go home by that point.
No, you left after motorhome, right?
Yeah, I had to get the train.
No, you're seeing your pal. You want to meet your pal?
Oh yeah, no. Well, I was meeting him, and then I was going back to Leeds.
Don't say that. His girlfriend is watching, Liam.
Yeah.
His girlfriend is watching.
I was on the train, lads.
I also had an awkward moment when we went to the Norwich game. So basically, me, Johnny, Lee, and Matt were like, and his girlfriend were in which bar was it? Shiena bar? Or no?
Yeah, it was one of
next to 9 bar.
Yeah. I never go in there.
We were drinking there.
No,
so basically
one in the stadium, but to the left of Shearer's bar as you look at it.
Oh yeah.
The closest one to Bobby Robson statue. So what? I had an awkward moment. So I asked to Matt's girlfriend, like, So you're the sister of Matt, right? Oh no, I said
You're my
cousin.
Yeah.
Cousin, I think it was. So you're the cousin of Matt. She's like, no, I'm his girlfriend. I was like, didn't know. She took it good though.
Yeah, it was all right. Don't worry, mate. You don't.
I actually apologized to you later on WhatsApp as well.
Honestly, he said something.
I felt bad about it, you know.
He texted us the morning afterwards to apologise as well. I'm really sorry about that. Oh, bless you. It's not like you.
Yeah, that was quite cringe for me. Not sure for you, lads.
Yeah, that was a horrible game. That Norwich game. The fucking.
Should have won.
What, though, if Kieran Clark hadn't got sent off, we wouldn't have seen Joe Linton at centre mid.
True.
Swings and roundabouts.
So it's all Kieran Clark.
Who got in a goal again?
Who what? Who?
For them.
Norwich.
Armstrong.
There was a red card for Norwich, right? Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, I thought you know.
She obviously shouldn't have done better there.
We've had John in the comments. I've just lost it. Hi guys, I support Newcastle. Been to 2 games, not since COVID. Live in Newport, Eddie House, and been brilliant since coming to Newcastle. Great supporting, great stadium, great supporters. Yeah, we are, John. Get yourself up to Newcastle more often. Get yourself to some more games. It's a good atmosphere up there at the moment. Eddie House doing
Newport's like Wales, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a long trip. So,
but if you don't go to Newcastle, make sure you subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV to stay up to date.
He's on the ball tonight, Adam asking how long's left. I mean, just over 10 minutes left, I think.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm at 76, 29.
Yeah. James asking, are we sitting back? Not particularly. A little bit, but not massively.
No, we just had a shot on goal.
Yeah. So we're playing okay. Other scores on the doors at the moment, pretty much as we were. So Chelsea still 2-1 up against Norwich. Wolves 3-0.
Chelsea.
You what?
Chelsea
2-1 up against Norwich. Wolves 3-0 up against Watford, and Villa beating Leeds 1-0. But that kicked off 15 minutes later, that last one. So that'll be still on 15 minutes after we come off. Well, we'll still be here. We'll be doing the scoring the players and live fan reaction as well, of course. If you want to get involved in the live fan reaction, the link will be in the comments and the description down below. We'll get Steve and Nathan on for that as well. They'll be chatting to you guys about the game, what you thought. You can come and get your thoughts across. If you can't wait that long, get your thoughts across in the comments down below. We'll try and read as many as we can and get involved with them. So, yeah.
So instead of giving stalker Steve stick normally, please let down in the comments know, good save by Dubravka. There was a cross, but he just tipped it over. It almost went in. Just let know in the comments if you actually missed Steve on the watch along, to give him some positivity.
Yeah.
Instead of
I don't miss Steve on the watch along because he says like, there's a goal.
I'm watching. I've got the Villa game on in the background. Villa have just gone 2-0 up against Leeds. Matty Cash has just scored, so that is Leeds losing their 8th game in a row as we speak, which is not a positive run for them.
Did you say there's a goal, Ian?
There's a goal, yeah.
I was celebrating. When you watch it with Steve, when you watch it with Steve, he's just like goal, and you're like, from the French 3rd division. Do you know what I mean?
Good save. Now you know what's funny about Steve, what I find it funny and kind of respect as well. I can't do that myself actually, because when it's with Steve, when I'm on the watch along with Steve, I'm always behind. Or sometimes when he is behind, he can still cheer after the goal's already scored and he knows the goal gets scored.
Yeah.
If I'm behind, like now I'm ahead, now it's my genuine reaction, to the goals. But if I would be behind to you guys, I can't really, I don't know, just takes it away a little bit.
So when you celebrate, I was like, oh well, that's just ruined the match for me.
Yeah, exactly. But Steve still goes mad. I don't know how he does it, but I wish I could do that. But
yeah.
Harson Huttle throwing absolutely everything but the kitchen sink at the moment. He's brought Shane Long off the bench. So he's taken Romeo and Broja off and has brought Adam Armstrong and Shane Long on. So he's playing
Shane Long's last scored against us.
Is it just one sub we've used so far?
Yeah, just Longstaff for Bruno so far. But I imagine we'll probably see Miggy and or Ritchie coming on as well, just to add a bit more defensive. So or maybe even Mankio, to be honest. Double up on that right-hand side with Kraft. I don't know if you play.
We're pressing quite high, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying watching this. We're not just doing a Steve Bruce sit back and defend the lead, which is good.
5 at the back.
It's weird. It's weird seeing like Ryan Fraser put some effort.
Yeah, he's been.
He does the last couple of games.
Yeah.
Maybe even the most.
Yeah.
Besides Joe Linton, it's a case for Joe Linton.
Yeah, this
he's all over. He's just all over the place at the minute.
Go on, Shelby. Hit it, Murphy. Oh, that pass.
Yeah, Othar making a good point here. Southampton have got a lot of the ball, but we're pressing and trying to break on the counter. Yeah, they do have a lot of the ball, but we're letting them have it in these non-dangerous positions. So it's a lot of possession in their own half with the centre backs not going anywhere, just making a lot of sideways passes, which we're happy for them to do, and that's fine. But as soon as it gets into a dangerous area, we're stepping up with the press and forcing them backwards, which is really good to watch.
Especially Dan Burn.
Yeah.
Dan Burn has been busy again tonight.
If Harry Maguire gets in that England squad, it's a fucking disgrace, by the way.
I never looked at Harry Maguire. I never rated him.
Just because he said Dan Burn, and I think Dan Burn's been a far better player.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Same height, I guess, right?
No, Dan Burn's taller.
Yeah, Dan Burn's massive. Yeah, he's like.
Yeah.
Imagine how off the pace Maguire is, and how I would say that like stiff.
Yeah. Dan Burn's the 4th tallest player to ever play in the Premier League.
Well, Peter Crouch's got to be up there, hasn't he?
What is his height actually?
6 foot. 8.
In meters. In meters.
Who? Burn or Crouch, mate?
Burn.
Let's have a look. Let's find Google.
So I know I'm 6'5".
Yeah, he's 1.98 meters.
So
6'6".
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 6'5", so I'm not 1.91 m. So 6'4" is what you said, 198.
1.98, yeah, according to Google. So he's probably just a little bit taller than you. Hey, you get in at centre back over.
But you and Liam are tall as well.
Yeah, I'm not massive. I'm like 6'2".
That is actually classed as massive. It's not average.
Yeah,
average height's quite small.
Yeah, when I stand next to Dan Burn, I look like a dwarf.
With his gangly arms.
Aye.
My brother is 2 meters and 1 centimeter.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, he's
Big
taller
boy.
than me. Skinnier than me though, but he's tall. Aye.
Yeah. Gangly.
It's hard to be skinnier than me, but
Wolves are absolutely twisting the knife in at Watford. It's 4-0 to Wolves now, which is good. Watford's.
Wolves is having a good game as well again.
Yeah. Wolves having a fantastic
last week as well.
They're having a great season. They're if we look at the table at the moment, after today's results, they'll be 8th on 43 points, only 2 points behind Spurs.
You're saying they're having a fantastic season. You're saying they're having a fantastic season, and they're in 8th, mate.
Yeah,
Tottenham should be at least playing for top 5.
Who, Wolves?
No, Tottenham.
Oh, Tottenham aren't having a fantastic. I think you're saying Wolves are having a fantastic season.
Sorry.
They're just behind.
Jay in Atlanta. Mickey Almiron is getting ready to get in. Just saying.
Come on, Mickey. Mickey for Fraser.
Ooh.
But he does a lot of running, Liam.
There you go.
Yeah, Mickey for Fraser. Yeah, Fraser not contributing directly to any goals today, but another solid performance from him.
Yeah. Did anybody see the Kenobi trailer?
The what, sorry?
The Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer.
Yeah, it looks mint, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's that?
Star Wars.
Oh. Never saw a movie of Star Wars.
You never watched Star Wars?
Nah.
Need an education, lad.
I turned out well, I think.
So.
Remains to be seen that.
Oh, hey, man. Liam had a good time with me.
Did? Well, seeing as you were the one that only had the money, so I had to have a good time with you.
That's why you sticked around. Now I get it.
Yeah.
It all comes together now.
I was like, should I block them in the morning just so I don't have to pay them back?
Southampton throwing caution to the wind, taking Lyanco off and bringing Moussa Djenepo on, a tricky player to bring the attack for Southampton. So they're pretty much throwing the kitchen sink at us now. Just under 5 minutes to play. Hopefully Newcastle can hold on. Let us know in the comments down below what you've made of the performance and if you think we'll hang on for the result for now. And don't forget, if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Where else can they find us, Liam?
TikTok.
Yes,
Newcastle Fans TV on TikTok.
We're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. As we speak, Aston Villa
Instagram.
And Instagram. Sorry.
How many subscribers we have on TikTok, Liam?
600 odd now.
Lovely stuff.
I think we're also on LinkedIn as well, so if you're into that sort of stuff, you can follow
if you want to connect with us on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
We also recently signed up, which I control, is OnlyFans. We also have our OnlyFans. Go to onlyfans.com/NewcastleFansTV for cheeky videos.
Yeah, or you can just see Brandon's nipples for free on pretty much any other Newcastle video.
You saw a sneak preview of that last weekend.
We also have a Discord link, but you can only access it through members as well.
Yeah. So sign up to be a member. From us, Brandon, tell us the prices.
$1.99 and $4.99.
Yeah, you'll get exclusive behind the scenes content and videos before everyone else gets them as well if you sign up to be a member. And as we've been speaking, Villa have a third goal. Callum Chambers bending one into the top corner past Meslier. So Leeds 3-0 down, absolutely in the mire. So that is fantastic news for us.
What's the next round of fixtures?
Everywhere they go.
What next round of fixtures, like who plays who?
Yeah.
I'll have a look. Let's find out, shall we?
He gets excited about that. Look at his face.
Obviously, we've got the game on at the weekend against Chelsea, so we'll find out who's playing everyone at the weekend. Game week. Fixtures. So, Saturday, we've got Brighton, who are hosting Liverpool, Brentford against Burnley, which is a big 6-pointer, Man United versus Spurs. Then obviously we've got Chelsea, Everton, Wolves, which if Wolves play like they've been playing today, that could be real bad news for Everton. Leeds, Norwich, another massive game. Southampton, Watford, a good big game down there as well. West Ham, Villa, Arsenal, Leicester, and then Crystal Palace, Man City is the Monday night game.
About the Leeds and Norwich game, I wouldn't mind seeing Norwich win actually.
Yeah,
or at least draw.
Yeah, if they could, Norwich are pretty much down. So you'd expect, if they get a point or three off Leeds will be right.
They're now at 17 points?
Yes, 17. As it stands, we are 10 points.
Oh, fuck's sake. Who's down, Mary Target, or is it Kraft? Wait a second.
I think Dubravka's just made another fantastic save there.
Kraft is down again.
That's fine.
Oh, come on, man. Don't give the guy so much credit.
He's been doing a decent job recently.
I mean, Sam said 2 weeks ago as well. Like it's so easy to pick him Kraft,
Yeah,
he is the scapegoat for pretty much everything.
Last weekend, he played a really good game against Brighton. He was really good, actually. Not sure what he got from scoring the players, but Dubravka goal, man! Good save, Dubravka. That's why we have Dubravka.
Hey, that's the second or third save he's made this game.
Aye, very good. Good cross in.
Yeah, as it stands, we're 10 points off.
Could be offside as well, actually. Now I'm looking at it. But
it doesn't matter. It didn't
still
go in.
Very good save. Still very good save by Dubravka. Don't need to look at VAR because he saved it.
Yeah. So I don't want to jinx it, but as it stands, 10 points above Burnley in the relegation zone, 9 points above Everton, 8 points above Leeds.
What's the bottom three on?
Bottom three, so Norwich are on 17, Watford on 19, Burnley on 21. We'll be on 50.
Go on, lads. Take it together.
We'll be
on
on
a kick again for Southampton.
And what's the teams above? How many points difference on them?
So if we win this, we'll be 2 points behind Brighton, same number of games played. We'll be 2 points behind Leicester, who have a couple of games in hand on us, and then 2 points behind Palace, who have played one more game than us.
I think we should chase down Brighton. It's possible.
With a team Brighton and Palace, really.
Yeah, Palace definitely.
Plus Leicester aren't having the greatest of seasons.
No?
I see them. Yeah.
For everyone in the comments pointing out, yeah, we're about a century behind. Yeah, we know. We know we're a century behind. There's no bloody TV or thing to listen to. So we're doing our best, lads. Doing our best. 6 minutes of added time.
Give us some slack.
6 minutes of added time to see out, which is ridiculous.
At least out of you three, us three, I'm doing the best. I'm doing mostly my best. I'm closest to like being on the right time schedule. What minute you guys are on? I'm at 19:37.
I'm going to be on 90 and 9 seconds.
Chelsea have a third goal, so it's 3-1 Kai Havertz with that one. So Norwich pretty much certainly losing that. Wolves is full-time 4-0 against Watford. And Villa.
Kraft is on, off for Monkeo coming in. 6 minutes stoppage time. Cleared by Dan Burn, another corner kick for Southampton. Jesus, Southampton corners 11, Newcastle 5. Yeah. Loads of corners this game. There it goes, corner kick, straight into Dubravka hands and takes his time, goes to the ground. Taking his time.
6 minutes to hang on. 6 months ago, I'd have been absolutely cacking my pants. Today, I'm a little bit.
Make that 4 because 2 minutes is already gone.
Okay. Yeah, I had the same question, James. For what? What? I mean, I know there's been 6 subs and 1 goal, but come on.
Well, Sherrick went down 2 times.
Yeah.
Kraft did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if first half, that doesn't really count anymore.
Who's been your man of the match?
Guimaraes went off.
Who's what, Liam?
Been your man of the match?
Wood?
I mean, it's a difficult one because it's been
Wood or Dan Burn, I would say. Or Dubravka. You can make a case for Dubravka, making 2 good saves.
Dubravka. He's not had much to do, but he's pulled off 2 brilliant saves to keep
good
us in the no one's been outstanding, like no 10 out of 10s, I don't think. I mean, we'll come on to that and scoring the players, but yeah, everyone's been fairly solid.
I think Dubravka actually.
Yeah, and we'll find out on scoring the players, won't we?
Yeah.
This is probably the first time that Dubravka wins us a game. This season, though. This season.
He's kept us in it, that's for sure. He's not had a whole lot to do, but he's been confident with the stuff he's had to do, which is nice to see. Couldn't really do too much about the goal. He was screwed by Dan Burns' deflection, really.
Yeah. So it's like a solid team performance has been more like individually outstanding.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing. Too often we've relied in the past on a Callum Wilson 10 out of 10 or an Allan Saint-Maximin 10 out of 10 to pull us out of some shit. But I think as a team performance, you got to say like a 10 out of 10. But
that's the thing, lads. Like usually we wouldn't win these games, but like also against Brighton, we don't play our best. We don't play our strongest squad, and we're still getting these wins over the line. As it stands for now, with 2 minutes left. It's a change in the team. It's mentality, good energy, and preparation. I would say, if you look at the 2, was it corner kicks or free kicks? They're trained on it, like 2 times, and 1 time there was a goal of it from Guimaraes. Dan Burn heads it back in towards the. How do you call that thing of the keeper? The 5-yard box?
Yeah, 6 yard. Yeah.
Or 6-yard box?
Yeah.
to get it going. You know, like you see they're training on it.
Yeah.
And Liam knows as well. He's seen the True Jody podcast that Trippier says we're just focusing so much on if we don't have the ball and we're pressing, what our position has to be, and where you have to stand, and it gives a different perception. Funny fact for you, Matt. Actually, did you know that Jason Tindall texted Diego Simeone to attend together with Eddie Howe some of his trainings? He learned a lot from Diego Simeone and watched their training. So I think he took a lot of because he was off being a manager for a while. Yeah, and that's when Jason Tindall contacted Simeone, and he said, "Yeah, sure," and Trippier as well. Asked if they can attend the trainings, and I guess worked off. I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Right,
so you should definitely have a look at the Trippier podcast.
Yeah,
True Jody podcast.
Right after I check out the Greenwood and Mulliner podcast. So we're coming towards the end of the game. Referee should be.
Good save again by Dubravka. Holy shit.
Well, I think that seals the man of the match award.
Who was it? Was it Ward-Prowse? Couldn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it.
Also got deflected.
I didn't want to say it earlier, but Ward-Prowse has been invisible in this game.
Yeah. I think he's one of the most overrated players just because he can score a free kick.
Come on, please.
Maybe it was Armstrong, by the way.
Please, please. Just blow the fucking whistle, ref.
Yeah, it was Armstrong with the shot. It got slightly deflected and still Dubravka had his hand on it. Mental.
Come on! Get in! Massive 3 points then. I think the full-time whistle has gone.
Yeah, it's 96-26 for me now. So
yeah,
I think Dubravka takes a free kick and then done.
Full time, 2-1, game over, 3 points, 3 on the bounce. We are massive. 4 points off top 10. We are huge.
Well, it's still going on with me.
I can tell you, Brandon, that the full-time whistle's gone, mate. Nothing's going to happen on the screen that hasn't already happened.
I'll see you still playing. Almiron kicked it to the... That's it? Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Absolutely
good 3 points. Absolutely massive. Huh? They're still going on. Oh, now it goes. No, sorry. Now it goes. Finally, Jesus.
Huge 3 points for Newcastle United there. Brilliant.
Actually, I see now Graham Jones is in the dugout as well, and not high up in the stands.
Absolutely incredible. What a game. To come from 1-0 down after a pretty poor first half performance, to come out swinging in that second half. Debut goal for Bruno Guimaraes and Chris Wood getting off the mark as well. Absolutely incredible scenes.
First goal as well.
Yeah, both of them fantastic today. Brilliant team performance.
I got to see this question before I go off. Can we even still lose?
Wouldn't say that, mate.
I wouldn't go that far, however.
We'll go on a run of like 20 games unbeaten now, losing.
Yeah, we won't win for the end of the season now. You've said that.
It's nice for Carl and his brother because they went out for the game.
Yeah,
it's nice for Lee as well because he went down. That's the funny thing is that Lee said as well today on the WhatsApp group. He's closer in distance to me than he is to his own home.
Wow. That's fantastic.
So,
let us know in the comments down below what you made of that game. My heart's pounding because I was convinced we were going to bottle that. I didn't want to say it because it would happen. But only Liverpool more points than us in the league in 2022, which is some stat. We are absolutely huge. We're going to win the league next year, just so you know. Ralph Hasenhüttl.
Europe at least.
I'm buzzing with that because Hasenhüttl can absolutely do one with his cry, and you can guarantee he's going to cry in the press conference afterwards.
Yeah,
easy.
Absolutely massive.
Like he built up to that, you know, because him saying that is coming already from a little bit of fear that he feared us, and now he has, because he built on it, he has a good solid argument that they lost because Guimaraes scored, Wood scored. There's 2 signings. You know exactly how it's got to go play it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Pathetic. Yeah, like, he's got his excuses. That's fine. He can have them. We've got the 3 points. we can jog on home with them. Absolutely massive from there. We'll be getting on to scoring the players very shortly. Hopefully Steve can pop up at some point and join us. If not, Brandon, you're more than welcome to take his place.
I thought you were going to kick me off, actually.
No, we'll wait until Steve turns up.
This is a good fight, actually. I see now. Santos versus Ankalaev, March 13th, Sunday. You're going to watch it?
I probably won't. It's not my thing, but we do live stream.
No, what's it called?
Yeah, Carl loves his fight.
What's it called? Okay.
Yeah. Another massive point, 3 points for us today, and another point to make as well. Norwich lost, Watford lost, and Leeds are almost certainly going to lose. Currently 3-0 down with 3 minutes left in their game. So we are now 10 points outside the relegation zone and only a few points.
Can we say it was another 6-pointer?
It was another. I mean, it doesn't matter because with 3 points on the board, it goes whatever you want. But we're on this fantastic run at the moment. Chelsea up next. Loads of trouble off the pitch for them. The Heads, obviously,
easy 3-0.
Easy 3-0. Conceded against Norwich tonight. So if Norwich can score one, surely we can score 3. Not the best performance from any individuals, but a good team performance all round. Another Brighton-esque win today. Absolutely fantastic. We'll move on to scoring the players shortly. Stick around.
Who scored for Norwich, by the way?
Pookie from the penalty spot.
Okay. He's still doing it for Norwich.
So, yes, Chris Wood off the mark for the club. Bruno Guimaraes off the mark for the club. Fantastic result for us as well. As I've got one eye on the Leeds game. There's a player being stretchered off here for Leeds United. That doesn't look good for him. He's on some heavy painkillers. I can't tell. I think it might be Junior Firpo, the left back.
You heard it, right?
But I don't know who that is. So I'll confirm when that comes through. But yes, stick with us. We've got scoring the players coming up. We've got live fan reaction with Steve and Nathan later on. And of course, we'll have fan reaction from St. Mary's with Lee and Carl really late on tonight. So stick with us for all of that. If you have enjoyed the video, drop a like and a comment. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Newcastle Fans TV Extra, and hop over to Twitch as well. Show us some love over there. Big love to everyone that's been joining us over Twitch in the past few games. I know there's not loads of you. Liam, shout us out where? TikTok,
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That's
what's our name?
LinkedIn.
What's our name?
Newcastle Fans TV. Also got a website. Also on Twitch, YouTube.
Members?
Anything you want, we're there.
All right, so you can find us all on
members.
You can do that one, mate.
Go on, Brandon, take it away.
What are the prices?
Well, you can tell us, mate.
No, I'm just questioning Liam. See if he even knows.
You get videos. You get like members videos, and you also get a Discord chat, which you can chat to us. The 11. Well, I'm not on it anymore because I have to delete the app. I don't have it up my room.
And earlier announcements for Greenwood and Milliner shows.
Yeah.
What are the prices? How much is it?
What the prices are? Oh, how much it is? $12.99, $4.99.
There you go.
There we go.
You passed your test, mate. You passed your test.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I can confirm it was Junior Firpo that went down with that stretcher, getting some heavy painkillers on the way out. I don't know what was wrong with him, but wishing him all the best as well. Brandon, do you want to stick around for scoring the players? Because Steve's not rocked up yet.
He's probably drunk as fuck after this win, I guess.
Yeah, well, do you want
I can. If Steve's not showing up, sure.
The more the merrier. I mean, I expect we'll see Steve at some point. But we'll crack on, really. Welcome to Scoring the Players here on Newcastle Fans TV. This is an interactive show, of course. We'll be telling you what we think of the players, but of course we expect you to get involved in the comments down below. Let us know if you think we're talking waffle, what you thought, what scores you would give, who is your man of the match today, and of course we'll score Eddie Howe right at the very end as well. Which one of the two of you would like to score Martin Dubravka's performance today?
Me.
Oh, Brandon's got his hand up. First dibs. Go on then, Martin Dubravka. Out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Easy as that. What did you make of his performance?
Well, overall, didn't have much to do, but like he made 3 very important saves. Probably won us 3 points today. So 9 out of 10, I would say. Man of the match, in my opinion. Yeah. Especially after that last save.
He's not.
Yeah, all three were his last two stages were probably the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stayed focused throughout the game, didn't he? Didn't let the lack of shots phase him. He was ready to spring into action when he needed to be. He's not had the most to do in the past few games. We've been defending quite well. It's good to see that he can keep that focus as a goalkeeper. He's not been tested over the past few games, but when it comes to it, and we can call upon him, we can rely that he's going to step up when we need him to, right?
I think it flows with the whole team. Like his defense is being more confident as well. So that flows into Martin Dubravka as well, probably. Like he's feeling more confident in his goal and know he can save his defense as well. Also with corner set pieces. I think. Yeah. Just about energy.
Just brings a confidence to the side that we've shown over the past few games in that defense in the back line. I think Dubravka's a big part of that. Liam, I'll give you the honour of giving Emil Kraft a mark today, if you wouldn't mind. I'll just take it away. I won't say anything.
I don't think he actually put a foot wrong really today. I think he made some important blocks. I think I'm going to go with a 7 out of 10. He's done his job.
Yes! Bruno! Brandon, love you. I had a lovely second half there. Absolutely brilliant. Come on, the boys. Come on. How good is Bruno? How good is he?
Brilliant, mate. Oh, fantastic for him to get off the mark on his debut, and Chris Wood getting a goal as well. It's massive, isn't it?
Just stay on. Chris Wood. Never doubted him. He was going to score tonight. Oh.
And actually, funny thing is, a lot of people thought Wood would score actually and get me right. Yeah. A lot of score predictions there. They named even the players who would score, and it was a lot of Wood and Gibby Rice.
Hey, Ralph Hasenhüttl, your boys got one hell of a beating. Why did Bruno not knee slide in front of him and go like that and go, drink your pint a bit, Ralph? That's what he should have done tonight. Yeah, I don't care. Come on, the boys. Newcastle.
Speaking about the Bruno celebration, Joe Willock tries to knee slides and absolutely
just see that.
Red, but I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, this is honestly watching Newcastle on a Thursday night. It's going to be Europa Conference and Europa League soon, so we may as well get used to these Premier League matches.
Nice and easy, isn't it? It's a bream.
Easy. Who thought we were going down? I did not say after we drew against Watford that we were getting I did not say that. I didn't think that we'd be playing Burnley in a must-win game. I didn't think that at the final day of the season. Oh, this is unreal.
I would even admit, I said after the Norwich game when I was at the parking garage outside of St. James's, I even said we were going down.
Honestly, what I said to Brandon
after the Norwich game,
after the Norwich game. Me and Matt went to we all three of us went to the Norwich game, right?
Yeah.
I said to Matt, and I'm sure Matt can remember this when I was interviewing after. I said, Matt, I'm telling you now, we've got nothing to worry about, right? We're going to buy Bruno Gamiros, we're going to buy Chris Wood, we're going to beat Southampton 2-1 in a rescheduled game that shouldn't have been on New Year's Day. It's going to be put on a Thursday night. We're going to win. We're going to be on 30-odd points. That is exactly what I said to Matt. Isn't that right, Matt?
Yeah, word for word. Absolutely word for
word. I actually remember. I actually remember that you guys talked about that in the men's toilet, right?
Yeah. We weren't long with you, Matt.
There's a recording of it somewhere. We'll find it. We'll dig it out.
No, but actually, we were doing scoring the players, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Johnny, stick on for the
It was all 10.
Stick on for scoring the players.
Do you want to stick around for scoring some players, mate, or are you going to come back, Johnny?
It's up to you. If you want us, I'll stay for a bit.
Stay, man.
I'm happy to have you.
Go on, and I'll stay for 15 minutes. Go on.
Well, we've interrupted Liam scoring Emil Kraft, so Liam,
I'm so sorry, Liam. I'm so sorry.
I apologise because we were all.
It's all right.
He said 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
7 out of 10 for Emil Kraft. He said.
He said 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty decent. Your goal came from his side of the pitch today, but apart from that, it was okay. As good as we can expect from Emil Kraft, really.
What did we get him for? Like 5 million? It's what you expect, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
We got Cisse for like 5 million, didn't we?
But it's different times.
That just
It's
debunks that argument.
yeah, pretty decent.
Can I make a point on Kraft though? I think he deserves higher than a 7 after that body check. I think that's definitely a 9.
That perfectly good tackle, mate. You mean?
Yeah, he could be a wide receiver. He could be a wide receiver in American football, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Johnny, Fabian Schär picked up an injury quite early on in that game, but played the rest of the game out and was solid again, wasn't he?
Yeah, it really was. From what I saw, I thought him and Dan Burn was superb once again. I think I would say 99% of Newcastle fans who said Fabian Schär can't play in a 2 are eating their words. They really are. Like I've said it. I didn't think he was good enough to play in a 2, but I suppose it depends who your other centre half is. And like, I hope it's not a bad injury. I hope he can play the next game. But if he has to be dropped for the Chelsea game to make sure he's okay for the Everton game, I wouldn't be against that. But you can't. Unbelievable. It's just incredible at the minute. I'll go 8. I'll go 8 for Fabian Schär. It's just nice to see a Newcastle defence very, very strong. I thought Kraft was good second half. I really did. I thought he did well when he with Gineppo and Kyle Walker-Peters. The defence looks so solid. It really, and that's just, I never say that with Newcastle. It's just brilliant.
Well, in the first half, in the beginning, it looked a little bit shaky. I have to say, but Matt and Liam would agree with me, I think. But.
Yeah, I think it was just probably because he was being a bit cautious with that injury. You know, he went down twice in the first half, I think it was, and he's probably not going to break into a full stride. I thought Broja was playing, or Broja, however you say it, was playing quite well and running the channels quite well. He had a good chance, which Dubravka ushered out. But didn't really put a foot wrong. Another good performance, and that centre-back partnership that's developing between Schär and Burn is incredible.
I got a question for Johnny though, because you touched upon. Because Johnny touched upon it depends on who you have next to you. Do you think actually that Dan Burn has a better leadership and better communication than Jamal Lascelles had?
I think I don't want to be too disrespectful to Jamal Lascelles because he's been a good servant for Newcastle, but Dan Burn has worked his arse off to be a Premier League player.
100%.
And he's played at a settled Brighton team who don't concede many goals. Yes, they're not going to, apart from this season, they don't really finish any higher than 15th or 14th. But he's steady. He knows his job. He knows what he needs to do. And leadership-wise, I think maybe it means more to him because he's from the area. I said this a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to give credit to Newcastle's recruitment team because everybody was wanting Sven Botman. Everybody was wanting Diego Carlos. Badiashile, the list was going on. And when Dan Burn's name was mentioned, because it was Dan Burn, Newcastle fans are going, Dan Burn from Brighton, 13 million, are you having a laugh? And they're thinking, well, it makes sense. Local lad, Premier League proven, wants to play games for Newcastle. He was at Newcastle as a kid, and he's just slotted in perfectly. It was a really good bit of business, and he is a big part of Newcastle why they're going to be playing Premier League football next season.
Yeah, absolutely massive.
It wasn't just us. It wasn't just us. It was also Sky, Talksport, BT saying Dan Burn and Matt Target. When you have this much money to spend, nobody wants to come to Newcastle. Only these type of players. And look how it plays out. Look who's laughing now. Yeah. Dori van der Beek and Danny Ellie having a laugh.
Yeah, that Burn has been absolutely incredible. We were actually talking in the build-up. Coming into next season, if we stay up, well, probably when we stay up now, who's going to be captain, Trippier or Burn? Because it's an absolute toss-up between the two. Trippier comes for seniority and just absolute Rolls Royce of a footballer. But
do you reckon they would take the captaincy off Lascelles?
Yeah. Being brutally honest, I'll be surprised if Lascelles would play.
Lascelles is not playing anymore, mate. He's not playing anymore. So
I think if Schär gets a new contract and Dan Burn and Schär they're going to be your starting centre-back partnership unless you sign someone else. Lascelles, for me, probably won't get back in that team. I like the lad, but just in terms of quality and confidence, I don't think he gets back in, and you can't have not in your team.
Jamal Lascelles could easily be 4th or 5th choice centre-half. And if that's the case, and Newcastle, for most weeks, are only going to be playing one game a week. So if that's the case,
where does he fit in unless there's an injury crisis? I don't see him leaving the club in the summer because his wages are ridiculous. Like for a Premier League team, he's one of the highest earners at Newcastle. So the only way he's probably going to leave is probably on loan. So if it's a big summer, like I say, I would say Newcastle will sit on 31 points, 2 more wins, and you rubber stamp your safety. At the minute, you're 10 points clear of the bottom 3, which is actually a joke considering where we were 6 weeks ago. But yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be, like I said, I agree with Matt. It's gonna be very difficult for him to get back in this team and very difficult for him to get a place next season. Imagine if we do sign Botman, in the summer. Sorry, if we sign Botman in the summer, he's not going to get a game. 100%. No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get 2 more centre backs in.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah. In amongst all of that,
maybe we still get the year of Carlos. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, we'll wait and see come summer. That's if we stay in the Premier League, of course. Game's not over till it's over, or season's not over till it's over, rather. We haven't actually given Dan Burn a rating, and I think it's my turn. I would give him higher, but because we've capped Martin Dubravka at a 9 out of 10, and I think he deserves man of the match, I'm going to give Dan Burn an 8.5.
And he was at fault for the goal, actually.
He was at fault for the goal. Like, his positioning, I think he tries to get back and he anticipates the first header to be a shot on goal rather than pull back across the goal. He just gets a bit caught flat-footed, and then his deflection takes it in. It was a mistake, not the end of the world. The rest of the game, he was absolutely outstanding.
Because of that, he can't be man of the match because he cost us the goal. So
yeah,
I love Dan Burn. Don't get me wrong, but we need to be, I would say, right in our ratings. I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget in the comments, let us know if you completely disagree with us. If you think Dan Burn had the worst game of his life, you'd be wrong, but you're allowed to say that in the comments. And if you think he deserves higher, let us know as well. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Who went first? Brandon, you went first. Matt Target, solid against his old former club, wasn't
solid. Little bit anonymous, I would say. Not much distributions when it comes to like crossings. Kraft got a 7 from Liam, so I would say I thought Matt Target was defensively a little bit better than Kraft, so I would say 7.5 for Matt Target.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's quiet. I don't want him to be busy. If that makes sense, I don't know if anybody disagrees with that.
Reliable, innit? That's what you want.
That's actually what I mentioned to you. What Johnny just saying before we started the game, like he goes anonymous with a lot of fans, but he's actually playing really good games. Attacking wise, he's better as well. His crossings can be a little bit better, but it's getting there. Just as Ryan Fraser getting more assists now. So, but he's not mentioned a lot by Newcastle fans. But 15 mil is a steal, like we said before, that we can get him for.
Yeah. I mean, you snap your hand off at the moment, wouldn't you? Especially in today's market.
Yeah.
It'll be a brilliant signing. So we'll hopefully see him on a permanent deal on the summer, especially if he can keep his form up. We've had someone complaining that we're using half points. We do what we want. Disagree with it.
Well, I'm sure I will give
the richest club in the world. If we want to put half mark.
Sorry, can I change my score to of Matt Target to 7.8?
7.75. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have 7.8. Yeah. That's Matt's target rating.
There you go. Lovely.
Go on then, Liam. You can have the honour of marking John Joe Shelby. Came out after the Brighton game and said, it wasn't his best performance. Held his hands up, a bit off the pace. It looked a bit off the pace in the first half, but obviously got the assist for the first goal, which was incredible. Ball into the box, wasn't it?
You've literally just said everything I was going to say. In the first half, he was off the boil a bit. You know what I mean? I think there was a few times where the Southampton got the ball off of them, and there was chances where they could have scored. But I think the team all just came out flying in the second half. So I think I'm going to give him a 7.5.
Love you, Liam.
Thank you. I think it wasn't his best game, but I still think he played well in the second half. If he had a good first half, then I think it would have been like an 8. But like if we're in the relegation battle, he couldn't have let that sort of. We lost the ball in the centre of the park and then they ran through. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, no, exactly. I think 7.5 is fair, Johnny, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Very fair.
We've got someone saying Shelby and Burn both deserve an England call-up. It'll be an interesting call-up for John Joe Shelby to get in the England team. I mean, Dan Burns a shout ahead of Tyrone Mings, Connor Cody, who your other players.
Yeah, I think on form, Harry Maguire doesn't deserve to be informed, but he's got a reputation for England. I suppose he does okay.
Johnny, we'll go. Would you like Willock or would you like Bruno?
You're the host, mate. I'll have whoever.
I'll give you the honour of Bruno. Go on his full debut, first goal for the club.
To be honest with you, I was a little bit surprised when I seen the team news and I seen that he was starting. Pleasantly surprised, and I was looking at the Twitter page, like, who's been dropped? I was like, Joe Linton, and it's like not even on the bench. I was like, ooh, this could be tricky. I thought he was. I still think. I'll talk about a goal in a minute. In terms of his overall play, I think he's 2 seconds ahead of most of our players.
Yeah.
And I think there was times you could see that because there were certain things that he was trying to do, especially in the second half before he got substituted. It was like, you're a little bit better than what we've got, and they're not ready to be at your level in terms of how you want to kind of play it and how you can see where the next pass is going to be and see where the movement of play is going to be. So I think people will look at that and go, like he gave the ball away, so he's at fault. I think it's just actually other players trying to work to be on the same level.
Yeah.
However, not many people can score a goal like he can, what he's just done there. And it's very much instinct, but it's got that Brazilian flair, if you like, because only Brazilians can do something like that in a game of Premier League football. I couldn't see, no disrespect, I couldn't see Sean Longstaff trying that. But it's an unbelievable goal, and it's won us the 3 points, and that will suit him right down at the ground. He can learn from that game. I think Eddie Howe will say, look, these are your good bits, these are your not so good bits. Wonderful goal. I know you give Dubravka a 9. I understand that, especially for that save near the end with a fantastic 9.5. I'm going to match it. I'm going to match it. I'm going to match it because of the goal, because that goal is huge in terms of his first Premier League start, and coming into a difficult game. Southampton have only lost 1 home game this season, now 2. That was a huge, huge win and a huge goal. I think today is the day where you can comfortably say that Newcastle United are definitely going to be in the Premier League next season. I know I'd like 2 more wins to rubber stamp it, but I don't see Burnley getting 10 points. I don't see Watford getting 12 points more than us now, and I don't see Norwich getting anywhere near us. So, and Everton and Leeds are falling off the cliff. I think it's 3 of those 5.
I think obviously you have to see the first half. Bruno was a little bit, he had some good spells, but not much. Got a few bad things, actually. Like I said, he played the ball to Tyndall, literally, when he was trying to play to Ryan Fraser. Lost the ball a few times in play. I don't blame you, you didn't watch the first half. So I get based on second half, I totally agree with your score, but I think it's more towards an 8, 7.5.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. I think the goal's so significant, Brandon.
Yeah,
and
100%.
it's a type of goal as well. And I do think with time he will become a really, really good player for Newcastle. I even seen little bits. I saw tiny bits. Don't tell me, boss. In the first half, not many bits. But you could see what they were trying to do. I actually thought, I think someone said, I think it was you, Matt, that said him and Shelby have been quite similar at half time, and I could see what you meant by that. So I think if he can learn from that, I don't see a long term Bruno and Shelby both being in the same team. I think it can work occasionally, but I don't think long term it can work. But it depends who you're playing. But Newcastle just won on a Thursday night at Southampton, and Bruno Ramirez, who we probably never all heard of about 6-7 months ago, and scored the winner after signing on for 35-40 million quid. Happy days.
Yeah.
Just the thing, like when you look to Guimarães' statistics, he doesn't score a lot, and now he does at his debut. So that's interesting at the least.
I was waiting for Johnny there just to finish, because for Leon anyway, he made 71 appearances, 3 goals, just 3 goals. And he has 1 start and gets a goal for us. Absolutely brilliant. I love him. Just get him scoring every week. That's fine. It's So Bruno, Bruno, 9 out of 10 on our rating. I'm just a quick one. I've had a quick look on who scored, who is generally quite good at marking players. Do you want to know who got joint man of the match for Newcastle? Chris Wood and Matt Target.
Yeah.
Shows you we don't know everything. It's my honour, though, to move on to my fantasy captain for this week, Mr. Joe Willock. Unfortunately, didn't notch a goal or assist, which would have been nice for my fantasy team, but I thought solid performance from today. He's turned into a very reliable midfield option. He's not the flashiest, but he can offer us something on both ends of the pitch. I thought at the end of the first half, he missed a really good chance. Probably should have done better with it. But towards the end of the game, I was really impressed by his defensive effort. He was constantly tracking runners. He put some good tackles in, some good blocks. He never stopped for the 90 minutes, and I absolutely love that about him. I thought that Bruno was probably slightly the better of the three. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Let me know if you disagree with me. But I thought another solid performance from Willock today. I can maybe see him being rotated out of the team for either Chelsea or Everton if Joe Linton comes back in, only because he's probably not used to playing this many games in such a tight space of time, obviously being a bit part player at Arsenal and then coming into our side at the start of the season as a rotation player. But another good performance for him today. I don't know if you...
So with you saying that, Matt, do you think Guimaraes earned his place today into the starting 11 permanently?
It depends what you think of what Eddie Howe is thinking, because he
will.
Well, Eddie Howe says, he rewards positive performances with starts in the team. If you start, you play well, you keep your place. But Joe Linton's only dropped out because of an injury. Does he come straight back in?
I don't think he would come in for Joe Linton, though. It's either Willock or Shelvey.
Do you think that it's going to be Joe Linton, Shelvey, and Guimaraes instead of
or Willock or Guimaraes?
I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Joe Linton, Guimaraes, Willock formation just because of the way Shelvey and Bruno clashed a bit today. And obviously Shelvey has looked a little bit off the pace in the last couple of games, so give him a rest, get him fully firing for Everton.
The only thing I would say is that Willock can do one thing which Shelvey, Joe Linton, and Guimaraes, that we've seen so far, can't do. He can run it with the ball at pace going forward, and he can get the odd goal. I know Bruno's got the goal today, but I think Willock's the only player in our midfield three that we've seen recently can do that. So Willock, for me, I think you ask Willock and you speak to Willock and Shelvey and you go, "How are you feeling, boys?" And I think you go, "I'm feeling good, Gaffer." And if one of them says they're feeling good and they can play another game, I would probably play Willock against Chelsea because I think Shelvey would be better against Everton because I think Shelvey will be given more time on the ball than he would against Chelsea. And I think if anybody can take the ball at Stamford Bridge, I think Willock can. So it'd be interesting to see.
Johnny, what will be your starting midfield against Chelsea?
Against Chelsea, my starting midfield would be...
Knowing Joe Linton will be back.
If Joe Linton's fit, you put Joe Linton, Guimaraes and Willock. If Joe Linton's not fit, you put Guimaraes, Willock and Longstaff. I think you have to rest one of Shelvey or Willock for one game. Not what I wanted. I think you just have to, especially against Chelsea. You're going to be doing a lot more running. You're not going to be exactly keeping the ball like we normally do. It's Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. I know, obviously, Chelsea have had a bit of a mare today with everything that's been going on, but you've got to rest one of them. But pleased with Willock. Really pleased with Willock at the minute. He's certainly turned the corner under Eddie Howe.
That's the interesting thing about these run of games that we're just starting now. It's like how Eddie Howe will perform about rotating the team because he has to. Because you can't expect from the players to play 4 games in 7 or
we've got 2 games left. We've got 2 games left against Chelsea and Everton. Then we've got a 2.5 week break. So, I would make changes for the Chelsea game. Not sacrifice the Chelsea game, but if we get a point against Chelsea,
it's a free hit, really, isn't it? That Chelsea game.
Exactly.
I was actually thinking that he would start his strongest side as he can against Chelsea because then you have Joe Linton back and everything.
I wouldn't even play Maxi.
We were suggesting I wouldn't
even play Maxi against Chelsea.
No.
Why
not? Just play your strongest squad.
I'd rather Jacob Murphy play against Chelsea. Play Jacob Murphy against Chelsea and use Maxi for Everton. Everton at the minute. 3-4. Maxi will have a great time at Goodison Park next week.
Yeah.
But because we were suggesting during the watch along that it might be a forced injury and illness of Maxi and Joelinton, just to give them rest.
I think Sam Muller was right in what we were saying in the WhatsApp group about them too. I don't like saying that because I know you'll hear it.
He'll take that, right? He'll get that tattooed on his chest. Sam Mulliner was right. We'll move on before we get too bogged down in this to Ryan Fraser, Brandon. He's been incredible the past few games and another solid performance tonight.
Yeah. Today, he worked his socks off again. Attacking-wise, didn't bring too much, tried some crosses, didn't really get someone on the end of it. Difficult one. Just for his graft, I would like to give him 7+, 7.5+. 7.5 for Brian Fraser.
7.5, just to annoy that one person that's complaining at decimal places.
Yeah.
100%.
Love his work rate. Love his work rate.
I don't know how the hell he stayed fit. After used to be so injury prone, and he's just played 5-6 games on the bounce for lengthy periods at the top form. It's incredible watching him, and the fact he can adapt to both sides of the pitch as well is a brilliant factor. He's like Matt Ritchie used to be, if you remember.
We have quite some players who are pretty injury prone though. Wilson, Fraser, Shelby a bit.
Yeah.
No Wilson, no Maxi, and we're still winning games. What's going on?
Yeah,
no Trippier.
Yeah. Incredible. Yeah, Fraser 7.5. Liam, I know you love Jacob Murphy, so I'll let you do the honours with his score. Oh, hold on. Ooh.
I thought Liam was falling asleep.
I just realised I muted myself when I was speaking to my missus. Got to come off. I think I'm going to probably go with the 7 for Jacob Murphy. I think he was frustrated at sometimes, but then I think he did provide quality in certain areas. I think he's like, when you're trying to attack, he's very direct, isn't he? And I think sometimes he could have got back a bit more, but 7. I don't think we could mark anybody across the team more than a 7 today.
He has some shot on goals.
Yeah,
it's his end product for me. Has to improve.
Yeah.
I think he does the hard bit and gets past the player. Then you'll see him cross it and no one will be near it, and you're thinking,
I do want him to succeed. I've got a soft spot for him, but
100%. But I have to think all Newcastle players, right?
Yeah, but when he plays on that right-hand side, you can't pair him up with Kraft. You need someone like Trippier behind him that's going to give him the confidence to bomb forward. You cannot pair him. That pairing makes me really worried whenever I see it. Obviously, it's paid off today, but it doesn't fill you with confidence, especially when they've got such dangerous players coming down that left-hand side, like we saw for the goal. It's
a clear example of Murphy not finishing, having the end product is his chance against Brighton last weekend when Fraser's finished it. That's basically Murphy's career, or at least his season. It's close, he was close, so close to score, but it's just not it.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is though, but
I'm going to take the honours of Chris Wood scoring off you because I've been waiting for this for a long time.
By all means, go for it. Go
you did
for it.
Fraser.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
That's
why you gave me Fraser.
I'm actually going to head off, boys. I've got a couple of things to do. But Matt, take your Chris Wood hat, put it back on, and tell us why he's amazing. But before you do that, take me off the stream so I'll end it for you.
Johnny, just a quick question. The things you have to do, is that having a quick wank to the league table? Or
that's enough.
Oh, sorry.
No, definitely not, mate. Definitely not. But
right,
hey, we've won again. We keep on winning. I can get used to this. I'm sure we all can. Have a great night, everybody, and I'll see you on Sunday.
Take care, mate.
See you
later, mate. Ta-da.
Right then, Chris Wood, my big man, my hero, my mate, Chris Wood. What a legend. He finally gets his goal, first goal for the club. He's a 10,000 out of 10 tonight. Obviously, I'm going to give him a serious rating in a moment, but it's finally
Matt, can you just make that 10,500 just to piss the person off again?
10,000.5. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. So Chris Wood, absolutely massive, finally gets his reward for all his hard work for the team. Xavi whips a beautiful ball in the box and he sticks his bonds on it. Easy. Keeper didn't even move. Bread and butter for Chris Wood, and it's brilliant. The way he celebrated, you could tell he's been waiting for that one. Hopefully this kicks him on, gives him a little bit of a kick up the butt, and can get him off the mark against Chelsea and hopefully Everton as well. I mean, Everton, he could very well have a field day against their back line. He's been incredible since he comes in, and it's fantastic to see him finally get that reward. I don't know what you lads made of it, but it's not just his forward play; it's holding the ball up, it's bringing the players in. It's like, I know it's an awful comparison to make, but it's like Rondon was for us under Rafa. It's just that big physical presence up top that can give just absolutely change the game for you. I think he's been incredible, and that goal was changed the game for us.
I get some fans. Sometimes it goes anonymous, what the graft he's doing and the things he's doing for us. Before his goal, goals makes you present. It shows that you're there. But the graft that he did before sometimes goes how you say that, under the. You know what I mean, right? Under the radar, exactly. Thank you, Liam. But already, I could have praised him for that, and today's goal, he deserved it the most. Now today, scored a goal.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think I've got a mirror of Brandon saying I think people care too much about what the stats are saying, not about actually watching the match. Because if you probably watch the matches, you've got a different opinion than someone that's just watching match of the day at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? I think people I don't agree with anybody saying that he's been struggling. He wasn't the type of player that he was low on confidence. He just didn't have the service or the chances really to score a goal. And I think when he's got his chance, he's took it.
Yeah. It's brilliant. I mean, these comments come up. It's been brilliant. We're unbeaten since he's come in. And this one from Larry, the dirty work Chris Wood does is immense. The teams feel his presence. Yeah, teams are scared to put pressure on him. You saw Brighton last week for Fraser's goal. The defence stepped up and, he spun his man and played a weighted pass through to Murphy that was just incredible. It's not just about being a big man. He brings so much to the team and he's changed the way we play. And I do love Callum Wilson. I'm not saying Wood is better than Wilson or whatever, but it's a different type of presence up top when you've got someone like Wood and someone like Wilson. Obviously, you want Wilson in the team because he's more likely to stick the ball in the back of the net, but Wood just brings that presence, that aura up top that just lifts your team and brings the other team down around us as well. Brilliant. Anyway, right, we're pretty much there. We've just got Eddie Howe to go before we move on to the live fan reaction.
What about the subs?
Oh, you are absolutely right. I'm losing my mind. The subs that came on in the game as well. So I think Longstaff was first, wasn't he? He was.
Yes.
Yeah, for Bruno. Go on, Brian. You were complaining about not marking someone. You can have Longstaff.
Not much to do, really. Wasn't outstanding. Did his thing. 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really have much to do. Came on for Bruno, but I think it wasn't a big loss because, like we were saying earlier, Bruno and Xavi were quite similar, so we didn't lose anything when Bruno went off and Longstaff came on. We didn't concede with him on the pitch, which is always a positive. 20-odd minutes on the pitch under his belt, solid, not outstanding. 7 out of 10 sums it up, really, doesn't it? Yeah. Right. Next one that came on. We can give him a score if you want, but Almiron came on with 5 minutes to go. Technically,
Give it to Liam.
Yeah.
I was just gonna go. I'm not applicable, really.
Yeah.
I don't think he had the time to impact the game.
Did he run enough though?
Yeah, well, I didn't actually see him touch the ball, so I couldn't really tell you. Do you know what I mean?
Well, hold on, I'll see if
But you don't need to touch the ball to run enough.
I know, but the camera wasn't on him. Do you know what I mean?
Where is it?
Just giving you a hard time, mate.
Almiron touched it 6 times according to who scored. Don't remember a single one of them, to be honest. Oops.
No.
But what was you saying?
Actually, how I love him, but he's missed his chance here. Just didn't improve. Can only hope he gets a good match and coach. Yeah, I think. I mean, I'd love to see Almiron stay and improve at the club, but we may well cash in on him in some of his time, maybe. But you never know. We were talking about rotation earlier on. and maybe he'll get his chance over the next couple of games to come in and show what he's about in that midfield.
Yeah.
Never know. And last but not least, came on in added time, so doesn't get a mark. Javi Manquillo came on for Kraft. I'd probably expect Manquillo to start against Chelsea, just because I think Kraft.
Over Kraft, right?
Yeah, I think you've got your second choice right back that's back to match fitness now. Why wouldn't you start him? Kraft's not being outstanding to not be able to drop him out of the team. So I think Manquillo starts for me. But we'll see. Come Sunday, 2:00, I think it is that one. We'll be here, as always, on Newcastle Fans TV. Is it 2 or 4? Is it 4? Nice one.
Well, for me, it's 4.
Oh, well, it'll be 2 for us then, you silly sod. Yeah, it'll be. I'll just double check that now. Yes, 2:00. We'll be here, live stream. Much.
So it's 3 for me, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, Brandon, just be quiet.
Right. Brandon, seems like you want to talk so much. You can have the honour of Eddie Howe's first mark, and we'll take the average and give him a mark today. How did you rate his setup and the way he managed the game?
Did we expect something else? Basically, it's like getting sort of usable now that we win games and are set up good defensively, and I don't know, it just clicks. Yeah, I think on the lineup as well, couldn't do anything else really than what he did. There wasn't much other options, so he played the strongest side that he had. Hope the injuries are not that serious. I give Eddie Howe a 9 as well.
Yeah. Liam, higher, lower, same?
9.
Yeah.
I think he managed the game perfectly. I think he picked the right team. Obviously, when he didn't rotate, Joe Linton was injured, so he had to bring a player in. But I think it's going to be interesting to see what his team is on Saturday, because it's likely, what's it today? Thursday, we play on Sunday, so it's going to be probably a massive rotated team. So it's going to be interesting to see what that game is on Sunday, or team is on Sunday.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I expect we'll probably rotate a few more players out, rest some legs before Everton, because, like we said earlier, it's a bit of a free hit against Chelsea. We're not expecting anything out of that game. Anything that we do get is a bonus. But Everton,
no, don't we?
It's a difficult one because we're on the form, but like you're playing a team that's at the top end of the table, that's in good form themselves.
Like I remember you saying before the game started, Matt, you already thought like at the Brighton game or even the game before. When does this end gonna stop? I got it myself a little bit as well, but like it seems to keep on going. Like
if there's one,
I'll take a draw. I wouldn't be surprised about a draw.
I'll take a draw. I'll take a win. But if you give me the Chelsea and the Everton game and you tell me, oh, you win one and you lose the other, I'd rather win the Everton game and lose the Chelsea game, just because morale. Yes, a win against Chelsea would be massive, but then you go out next week and then you lose to a team that's behind you. I'd rather.
That's just a thing that you want to kick down Everton as well. So I get it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's swings and roundabouts down there. So I can see us rotating for Chelsea. We'll still put out a strong side. We're not going to throw the game away for the sake.
What changes would you make though? Like,
I'd rotate the midfield, and I'd probably give, if Joe Linton's fit to start, I'll get Joe Linton in. I'd probably go Joe Linton, Guimaraes if he's fit. Don't know how serious that injury is.
It's cramp.
Oh, well, there we go then. So I'd probably...
You know what I think actually what will happen? I think actually the Cells will play again against Chelsea, because I think Cher isn't that... He went down 2 times already first half. I don't think he's the fittest today. It's like, I think actually Lascelles plays to give Cher some rest before the Everton game.
Maybe, but then you've got a defensive partnership of Cher and Byrne who've been massive recently, and they've.
Yeah, I know, but if he's not fully fit.
No, I know, but they've conceded 1, 2, 3 goals in the last 5 games as a defensive partnership. So, can you drop them? I don't know. We'll find out on Sunday, won't we? We can have this discussion then. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much all the time we have on scoring the players.
What's your rating?
Oh, I give my 9 as well. I just agree with you. It wasn't perfect, but I thought the first half we could have been a little bit more organised. The possession, I don't think we expected Southampton to press as high as they did, but we adapted really well. I thought we came out in the second half and we're playing so much better. That team talk, he changed things around. He pressed us a little bit higher, and we saw the reward for it as well with the goal. So I thought it was brilliant from Eddie Howe. Wouldn't have anyone else behind the wheel at the moment. Thank you very much, everyone, for chipping in the comments. That's all we've got time for on Scoring the Players. Stick around, though, because we will have some live fan reaction coming up next with Nathan. Steve's not turned up, so I'll probably stick around as well, unless either
What
of
happened
you...
to Steve?
Who knows? He's nowhere to be found. He's reading the messages but not replying. So unless
You okay,
either...
though?
I presume so. We'll find out. We'll give you all an update later on. But unless either of you two wants to stick around,
I don't have controls today.
Yeah, I think you two are both on your phone, so I'll stick around with Nathan, which is nay bother. Give us a like on the video as well if you have enjoyed at any point. Can't speak. I'm tripping over my words. Drop a like on the video if you have enjoyed it at any point today, and a comment as well. Stay involved, and if you want to come have your say on the live fan reaction as well, there is a link pinned in the comments. Come and have your say. I know I can already see there's a few lads waiting to come on. We'll have a chat probably for the next 45 minutes or so. But yeah, thanks, lads, for joining me. Another 3 points in the bag. Massive.
Up the Maggies.
Up the Maggies.
See you later.
See ya. I'll bring
Shut
Nathan in and take care, lads.
You all right?
Give me away.
All right, mate. How you doing?
I'm good, yeah. 9 games unbeaten. We're doing
Massive.
it.
Absolutely
We're doing
massive,
it.
innit?
Chris Wood, I did predict him to score. He did.
Yeah. We can't ask for anything more. Wood
Oh, no,
goal,
we can't,
finally
can
off the
we?
mark, and a Bruno goal on his full debut.
What a goal by Bruno.
Oh, fantastic. Pure instinct, isn't it?
It is, definitely.
Lovely stuff. Right, well, we better get cracking on because we've not got all the time in the world, Nathan. We'll bring in Andy. We'll probably do one at a time unless we start getting piles of people coming in. But we'll bring in Andy first, obviously a regular on the show. Evening, Andy, mate.
Andy, sorry, Matty. Harry, I'm repeating you. Sorry.
How are you doing?
Good. I've just got a quick story, if you don't mind us just saying it. We just were talking about Dan Burn earlier, and sorry to butt in and out like that, but on the transfer deadline day, we had the same teacher at school, and the teacher's moved away to Australia, and I thought I'm gonna have to let him know that what Dan Burn's doing because he might be in bed. So sends Mr. Searle a message. Dan Burn signing for Newcastle. And do you know when you went to school with someone and you respect their opinion?
Yeah.
As a teacher, he turned around and says, exact words were something on the lines of, "Kid's got a great attitude. He's going to go a long way."
Yeah.
And do you know when someone, mate, what's he doing, man? 8 out of 10 every game.
Incredible, isn't it?
Unbelievable, isn't it?
I mean, Nathan,
It just shows you. Fabian Shaw, Dan Burn, you cannot drop them. You cannot drop them. I know
No,
Shaw
you can't.
looked in, but I think he's all right. He only went down twice, didn't he?
I think I agree with Liam a little bit before. I think Shaw is carrying something, so I wouldn't be surprised if Lascelles comes in. But mate, yeah, it was just a lovely thing. He's just sitting talking about Dan Burn. All I could do was sit and think about transfer deadline day. Like speaking to his old teacher, it was really good. And hats off to the kid, mate. He's going to get in England and call up.
I bloody hope so.
I really hope so. Gareth Southgate, if you're watching, give him an England call up, please. Be lovely to see you at the. It'd be lovely to see him at the World Cup. A Newcastle player for England at the World Cup, winning the World Cup. That would be amazing.
Dream big, mate. Dream big. Why not? Well, Nathan, what do you make of that then? Because we talked about it before you were on the stream. We said, for Chelsea, obviously Chelsea, it's a difficult game. Would you keep it as it is at the back just because we're playing so well at the moment, or would you rotate it?
Well, if Shaw's injured, you've got to rest him. Obviously, if he's injured, but if he isn't, if he's not 100%, don't risk. Do not risk. Chelsea, we can get a draw with that, but if we lose it, it's nothing major. We've won 9 games. Who would have thought that at the start of the season? So obviously, rest him if he's not 100%. But if he is 100%, play him. But Lascelles will probably come in for him, and I think Shelby needs resting because he looks a bit jagged at times. He didn't play as well in the first half. Probably another apology will come out by him for saying he didn't play well in the first half. But Bruno as well. Play Bruno, play Willock, and Joe Linton if he's fit. But that was a bit of a surprise coming out. Joe Linton's injured. I'm thinking, nah, he's resting him. He's resting him. Same what Sam said on the group chat. He's definitely resting him. He wants to rest DSM and Joe Linton for the Chelsea match because he's thinking, we'll win this.
Illness.
He knew this was the winnable game. He knew we can rest a bit for this game and we could win it still. But Chelsea, different level, and we need to be on our guard for this because you don't want to be leaking goals at the back because goal difference. But I think we're safe. I think we're safe now.
Well,
good time to play Chelsea.
Yeah,
oh, it is definitely a good time to play Chelsea.
As good a time as any. No, that was my next question, to be honest, Andy. Nathan set it up perfectly. 31 points already on the board at this point. I think we've got 9 games left. I think I'm right in saying 10 points off the drop. Surely to God, we're safe now.
Yeah, I think so. If we pick up a couple of draws.
You didn't seem so confident there.
I didn't. No, I wasn't, mate. We're down in October, but I didn't envision the fact that I can look at Kraft and think you can do a job at times is evidence to the food that we've had for months and months that the players weren't being coached.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Kraft is I said this about a year and a half ago on this, that Kraft is a physical specimen. You can just get him to do what you need him to do up and down. He'll do you half a job. And that's exactly what he did today. And it's what he's done for the last few games. He gets up and down.
He's international for nothing, is he? He's not a Swedish international for nothing. He's obviously got talent. We've obviously brought him.
He gives the ball away when he's on the ball. That's the biggest criticism.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, mate, but he does give the ball away.
Throw-ins. He runs, he throws it. I'm thinking the referee's going to stop this game for a foul throw, and then it's just like, no, he's not. Yeah. He doesn't care.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been corrected actually because my maths is horrific. I need to go back to school. 11 games left. So even more games to actually pick up points. We've already got 31, which would have been enough to keep us up last season.
Yeah, I mean, I think the maximum to keep us up this season's 36.
I think we'll need more than 31. I do. I see a team having a run. You know, Norwich, Burnley's well capable of going 3 wins in a row at some point against anybody.
Yeah,
it's happened in the past. If they get 9 points, then we're dragged back in. But I think I agree with you, Matt. I think a couple of draws will be fine.
Yeah,
we've got to compete with games though. Again, because if we stop doing that, then
we've got a lot of tough fixtures coming up, Nathan. We've talked a lot about the Chelsea game, but you know we've got games against good teams, but some of them are in a bit of a rut at the moment. You know, you got Spurs who are very hit and miss. You got Leicester who are very, very low down on the table, probably a false position for them. And then you've still got the likes of Man City, Liverpool, Wolves who are on top form, even Arsenal. We've got to be picking up points against the likes of Everton, Norwich, Burnley. They're the ones before the end of the season that we've got to, the ones that we've got to absolutely nail on.
I think we will, because I think Eddie Howe's methods are we go at any game and we want to win it. We don't settle out for any draws. We want to win every game, and that's Eddie Howe's tactics. He goes attacking. Yes, he might change the game plan sometimes if say in the first half we were very, very we weren't the greatest in the first half. The evidence shows we weren't great in the first half.
Yeah.
The second half, he must have said the lads, come on, roll your sleeves up. This is going to be a tough one. We always knew it was going to be a tough one. It's Southampton. We've got a bad record at St. Mary's. This is what we need. We need to prove that we can beat him here, and we did. And you just seen by Chris Wood when he scored. I was like, "No, am I dreaming? Has Chris Wood actually scored for Newcastle United?"
There were similarities to the Brighton game, wasn't there? We were just good for periods, and when we were good, we were potent.
Yeah. Well, obviously with the Brighton game, I was at St James's Park. I was in, and you could just see we counter-attacked. Every time we got the ball, we looked dangerous. We looked like we were going to score. Brighton didn't look dangerous. The only times they looked dangerous was free kicks, and we were thinking they're going to get a goal here, and they did get one. But when Stuart Armstrong scored against us tonight, I wasn't scared of that. I was thinking these don't look anything like I thought they would. I thought Prowse would have scored today. Prowse didn't look anything really. We settled him very well. A lot of the Southampton players, very, very. obviously they got a big beating off Villa, but I was expecting a bit more from them, a bit more fight, and they just as soon as we scored the second, we didn't look like they were going to score any.
And
Yes, they had a few corner kicks. Yes, Dubravka made a good few saves, but that's what Dubravka does. Dubravka makes amazing saves. Obviously, Dubravka hasn't been as good as late, but tonight shows you cannot drop Dubravka. You can't, because he's number one. And yes, if we do get another keeper in the summer, he'd be number two. Because Dubravka will always be our number one until he has a bad few games, and then we look at a new keeper. But obviously, we'll have to wait and see what Eddie Howe's thinking in the summer. And it's very exciting for a change. We're not going into a transfer window thinking, oh, it's going to be shite this transfer window. We're not going to sign anybody. It's excited. Everyone's excited. St James's Park's now exciting to go to. You're actually getting a bit more atmosphere from the ground. Yes, it was a bit quiet at Brighton when we were playing Brighton, but we were nervous. We haven't been. What was the last time when we come 9 games unbeaten? Does anyone know?
Probably under Pardew, I think. That season.
Europa League season.
Yeah. The when we got Europe, I think.
Yeah.
So there you go. And I was having a look earlier, and this is title winning stuff, because Leicester did this 9 games unbeaten and won the title.
Yeah. I think they've played Man City and that and all that. We haven't played a top team in this run yet.
Top team.
Well, that's Sunday, isn't it? That's Chelsea. That's the challenge.
Eddie Howe.
But you've got to start somewhere. You've got to start somewhere.
We've got to start somewhere. We come from nothing. We were done. We were done before the takeover. After that Wolves defeat, we were done. We thought, we're done. We're down. All the pundits, Newcastle are going down. We might as well put them 125 to 1 on anything to go down. I bet you all the pundits are thinking now, shit. We have said they're going down, and we're going to get absolutely proven wrong. The bookies will have to pay out a lot, because top 10 we had us at like 50 to 1 or something.
Hey, we've got to wait.
Could be a very, very good thing, because I think you never know. Southampton, where they are, it just shows you we can beat teams on our day. We can give Chelsea a real challenge. I'll take 2-2 now. So, Chelsea, take a draw now.
Yeah, I mean, we've got that game to play, Andy. Massive results everywhere tonight. Obviously, we got the win, the points on the board, as we said. Leeds got battered. Watford got battered. Norwich got battered. We're 10 points above Burnley, who are in the relegation slot. We're 9 points above Everton, who are in the spot above them. And then we're 8 points above Leeds. And then it's like they're 3 teams who they've got to win 3 games in a row with us losing 3 games for them to even.
That ain't going to happen, because we're not going to lose.
I think the only team that's capable of that is Burnley. Leeds have gone now. I think with the change of manager, they should. As much as we'll probably all look at Leeds playing and go admire the way they play, we all know the weaknesses. They go man for man, they get caught, they concede goals.
Yeah,
but they're great to watch. But they will never,
Definitely.
But is there a manager from America that's never really managed in the Premier League or even knows the Premier League gonna keep them up above him? I think that's a bad decision. I think Bielsa got them there. He should have the opportunity to keep them up.
Yeah. Should have.
To our benefit, I think. To our benefit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm rubbing our hands at that, aren't we?
He was Ralph Rangnick's assistant at Leipzig as well, or something. I heard on the thing. But Ralph Rangnick's not doing anything, so he's not doing anything either.
Exactly.
Seeing these managers who are assistant managers and think they're going to do so good in the Premier League. You just look at Frank Lampard at Everton. I'm sorry, but Frank Lampard is nowhere near Premier League quality. Put him in the Championship, he maybe do something, but Premier League, no. Everton, wrong
appointment. I think the squad's letting him down.
Yeah. Andy, before we'll let you go because we've got some other lads waiting, but before we do, I'd love to hear from you. Who you think is going to go down in that 3rd spot, presuming that Norwich and Watford are already down? So I'll let you pick any team, and also the Chelsea and Everton game coming up in the next 7 days. How many points are we getting, and what's your score predictions for those 2 games?
So the teams going down are Norwich, Watford, and what was the other choices? Go ahead, say again.
So at the moment, Burnley are in that spot, but then there's Everton, which are only 1 point above, but they've got a couple of games in hand, and then Leeds are 2 points. Okay, there we go. Easy as that. Then.
Obviously, Everton. We want Everton to go down. Don't want Leeds.
I would love Everton to go down.
Don't get us wrong. I'd like Everton to go down simply because from hostile fans that I've experienced away, they're not nice. So I always treat people the way they want to treat me. I want to treat them, and they've not been nice. So,
of course, for
Everton, I hope Leeds go down.
Could be dock points.
Leeds is a nice quick trip, though.
Yeah, keep Leeds up for the short away day.
Yeah, that's what Lee would say.
I'll rephrase that. I think Leeds will go down, but I want Everton to go down. Sorry.
All right, then. And then the next two games, how many points and what scores?
I think we're going to make a load of changes to Chelsea. So I think that game, as you say, we might hold them to a draw, you never know. But I'd say we're not going to pick anything up from there. Performance is what we want to see from players that are being given a chance. That's what we want to see in the weekend. And then Everton, I'd say we comfortably beat them 1-0, but comfortably.
Yeah. Rose performance. I love that. Another 3 points off Everton, make them cry. Pickford getting angry again.
Comfortable 1-0 win. They haven't got the spine for it.
No. The 5-0 defeat, they got off Tottenham was hilarious.
Yeah.
But later on the season, Everton will play teams which have got nothing to play for, like a Villa or a whoever, and I think their quality players might just shine and they might pick up some points.
We'll wait and see. They've got some quality players in there. Cheers, Andy, for joining us as always.
Take care. Thanks for having us.
Appreciate
Hit the like, everyone.
You know the spiel by now. Cheers, mate. You take care.
Take care, everybody.
Right, we've got Connor waiting behind the scenes, so we'll bring him in. Connor, mate, I know you've been chatting in the private chat. Yes. Ryan Fraser, what a player.
Oh, tremendous. And he's been outstanding. I think since Howe came in, I think there was a lot of this concern amongst the fans, amongst a lot of people about that they have the falling out at Bournemouth. Was that going to follow them to Newcastle? But clearly, it's absolutely not. And I like the fact that, we've heard Ryan Fraser come out as well, and just put the kibosh to that and make clear that he's loving life under Eddie Howe right now. And I think that's the thing. I genuinely don't think Eddie Howe is getting enough credit, particularly from certain media outlets, because there's too much emphasis on, Newcastle spent £100 million in January, so of course this was always going to happen. But actually, when you examine it, there's only 3 of those signings have actually played just about every minute of the games that we've had, and that's in this run, which is obviously Target, Burn, and Wood. The rest of it, which is still the other 7 outfield players, were already at the club. And you take out the fact that ASM's been injured recently, Callum Wilson's not there, and we all, I think, 4 or 5 months ago, would have said, if we don't have Wilson, we're in big trouble in front of goal. So the fact he's coaching these players to be even better, somebody like Joe Winton, I know he wasn't on tonight, but again, he's starting to show why we spent the money we spent to bring him in. He's not necessarily scoring loads of goals, but he's a battering ram in that midfield. Shelvey, minus the Brighton game, has been super. And that does come down to Eddie Howe and Jason Tindall. And for those players, I just think they must actually enjoy going into the training now every day and get in there and working with 2 guys who know what they're doing and know how to coach good quality players, which is something the other guy didn't know how to do.
It is, isn't it? With the players now, they must go into training, love it, go out of training, want to go back to training, because the team spirit is just there. After every game, they'll go and clap every single fan. That's what Eddie Howe wants to do. He says the fans can go out till 3 a.m. in the morning, but the players are in early. That's what he wants. He wants the players. Once we're safe, I think Eddie Howe will have a massive party with everyone. I think that's what we'll do. But Ryan Fraser, again, brilliant. He's a workhorse. I was a bit concerned when Eddie Howe come in, because obviously when he was at Bournemouth and he didn't want to play under because he was in the injuries and things like that. I thought he was going to be injured for the rest of the season, but no, he seems fit and he seems raring to go every game. And even when he picks up a knock, he'll still play. And it just shows you Eddie Howe wants to play for the Jason Tindall. But I think Tyndall doesn't get as much credit as he should get. Now, Jason Tyndall is Eddie Howe's right-hand man. Jason Tyndall does all of the tells all the substitutes what to do. Obviously, he's a really good coach. You don't see much of Graham Jones anymore. It's always Jason Tyndall, and Jason Tyndall is bringing much more to Newcastle than our previous assistant coaches. And I think that's Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe brought him in, and I think Eddie Howe's done an amazing job bringing Tyndall back with him because Tyndall knows what he's doing in the Premier League.
Oh, 100%. I think it's, you look at it and it's about players going out there with clear instructions. They know the game plan. They know what they're going out there to do. They know there's going to be times where you have to weather a storm. But I think they're starting to find a balance now where instead of before where, we'd have to weather a bit of pressure on a storm and we just automatically just fall back almost into 2 banks of 5 and stay there for the majority of a half or a game, a lot of the time when we took the lead. Actually, there's still that appetite to break out and go forward, and they're always looking for can we get the forward pass? I love seeing defenders, looking up and looking ahead of them to see, is there a pass there? And not just automatically, not even bothering to look, just going back to the goalkeeper. And that's what we've been doing a lot of. Look, we've had some scrappy games in this. And I know that, Andy, we were talking to Tella, was saying about, we've not necessarily played any of the big boys, as it were. But I think we've had at least 4 or 5 really tough games in this run that easy banana skins. You look at, I thought getting a point away at West Ham, superb. It wasn't vintage football. It wasn't the best thing I've ever seen, but we hung on in there. And actually, it was a game that we ourselves had 1 or 2 chances, could have nicked it, as did West Ham, you've got to say. Tonight against Southampton, for years when we've played the teams on the South Coast, home or away, we've had many a headache against them. So it's nice to, get Brighton off the back at the weekend and go and beating, Southampton at St Mary's. That's not something a lot of teams actually go and do.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's really, I think it's brilliant, and it bodes well because last season, the end of the season, we did have a good run. I think we won 7 in a row, which kept us up. But this doesn't feel the way that did. That felt like a sort of last roll of the dice, flash in the pan, you just go all out for it. This feels more controlled, more sustained. And it is, how great is it to be a Toon fan right now?
It's superb.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier, this community, this run we're on. It's fantastic that a change of manager can come in. He's changed the mentality. I think Nathan touched on it earlier. The mentality at the training ground with the players has changed, but the fan base as well. We're so together, and obviously the results help. But the players, it's the photograph in the dressing room after every game. It's the celebrating with the fans long after the final whistle's gone. How much do you think that contributes to the atmosphere at the club? It's got to be a massive difference.
That's a huge, of course it does, because I'm not from Newcastle, obviously. I'm not a born Geordie, but there was a reason I fell in love with Newcastle as a club when I was younger and went down there on many, many school trips to St James's Park and absolutely loved everything about the atmosphere. Even one of the trips I went to in the Championship, it was just phenomenal being there. And that is because it's the kind of club, it's a one club city, and if everybody is pulling in the same direction and pulling together, it makes everything feel that much better. And I think it gives the players more confidence, because if you're an away team, I would hazard to guess that one of the grounds you don't want to go away to when everyone's in full voice and everything's going really well would be St James's. It would not be the kind of atmosphere an away player would enjoy playing in those circumstances. And it gets you over the line in certain games, whether it is against bigger clubs or just tighter games that you've maybe not played great in. So I think it really, really, really does massively help.
Well, no away fan wants to come to St James's Park at the minute because we're just smashing it at St James's Park. No away player wants to come to St James's Park because they're literally scared of the atmosphere. It shows that atmosphere. Once we get going in that atmosphere, it shows the way players can cope with it. So if we can just keep that going at St James's Park, and obviously away, we've got some brilliant away fans because they travel on a Thursday night to Southampton, which is they'll not get home till the early hours of the morning, and it just shows we've got a united fan base. Even before we had all the new owners, we had a united fan base because people were still going away, still paying their money because they love the club, and we're here for the club. Yes, we might be rich now, but it just shows we are the most loyalist fans in the league. I totally take that, definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Connor, we've got to say goodbye to you shortly. We'll come to you in a second for the same questions I asked Andy, but just a quick reminder to everyone watching, Lee and Carl have been at the game, so they'll be uploading the videos with the live reaction later on from St Mary's. God, I wish I was them in that away end. Honestly, I think I might have come away with a few bruises and maybe a minus a shoe or two, but yeah. But
behind that goal for the Bruno finish would have been...
I'd have fell in the fucking on the pitch.
Yeah.
Wow,
stay tuned for that later on. We are got the fan reaction here with Connor and Nathan. We'll live for another 20 minutes or so. I can see Paul waiting in the wings to come on as well. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed and keep commenting down below as well. Keep interacting with us. We'd love to hear from all of you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and the sister channel NFTV Extra and check us out on social media as well. Right then, Connor, before we let you go, who's going down and what's the results going to be for the next two fixtures?
Well, I actually think, I think Watford and Norwich, I think they already are kind of done. They would take a hell of a lot. But I think Everton will go down. I genuinely do. Because I don't think they've got enough fight about them or spirit about them. I don't think, you look at Burnley, you look at Leeds, they're not in great form. Burnley are, of the three, kind of on the ascendancy. They've had a couple of bad results there, but they went on a good run. But they've got players, as the Leeds, who are experienced in that kind of battle, that kind of scrap. Those players at Leeds fought for 2 seasons very hard, had to bounce back from being so close to getting promoted and fight again. And Burnley, Sean Dyche, they fight all the time. And I just think the players at Everton are a bunch of groomed, spoiled brats for me who've not got a clue how you get out of battles like this. And Lampard isn't experienced enough either to deal with it. So for me, I think it's Everton. I hope it's Everton. But I also
you look at yeah, I hope so as well. You look at the fixtures. They've got Wolves, who've just slapped Watford 4-0 tonight. Then they've obviously got to play us. We're in fantastic form. Then you've got Everton and Man United and Liverpool, who 3 teams at the top end of the table, followed by Chelsea, Leicester, Brentford and Arsenal. As they've got the Watford game.
Points.
It's a tough run in. You look at the form that they're in as well. You cannot see them picking up points, really.
Maybe a draw United, but that's it.
Yeah. So anyway, then, Connor, your predictions have got Chelsea on Sunday and then Everton, as mentioned, next Thursday. How many points and what's the score going to be?
I think we can get 4 points from the 2 games, but it's more likely we'll get 3 because I think we'll beat Everton. I fancy that we can do that. Chelsea, I think we can get a draw there because we have seen a few occasions this season they've not really played well at Stamford Bridge, and I think was it Brentford, I think, or Brighton? One of them went there and got points earlier in the season. So it can be done. So yeah, I think 4. I think we can get a draw at the weekend and beat Everton, but I'll not be too disappointed if we do lose to Chelsea. That happens.
Yeah, we can't expect it, can we? Lovely stuff. Appreciate you coming on as always, mate. You take care, and hopefully we'll see you after the next win on Sunday.
Yes, lovely. Take care.
10 wins in a row, that'll be lovely.
Yeah, sure, mate. Lovely stuff. Right, Nathan, we've got Paul coming on, who's probably going to be our last guest, so we'll bring him in now. Evening, mate. How are you feeling after that?
Gobsmacked.
Totally
gobsmacked. A year ago, would you say that you'd be worried that Joe Linton wasn't playing?
Yeah, you'd be worried. You'd be worried to get $5 million out of him a year ago.
Joe Linton not playing, Saint-Maximin not playing, Callum Wilson not playing. I was just shocked. But I just didn't expect it. Really didn't. Southampton's always a hard team to play against. I just finished work about, I'm looking at the clock now. I just finished work. I got into the first 20 minutes And I looked at the stats, and I think that it was more or less saying that we had more possession than them. And I was like, you wouldn't think it. We dealt with the set pieces of Southampton really well. So we know how good they are from set pieces, because obviously there's a certain lad on their team who are really good at free kicks. We've dealt with it really well. Bruno's first start, obviously done well, adapting to the game. I just gobsmacked. I just felt a little bit like when I was watching Sean, I was like, how many times are you going to go down? And then you got to think of the last game Newcastle had, it took a lot out of them. And I've spoken to the show beforehand, when somebody had said about Steve Bruce taking the team, they said that the fitness pre-season wasn't the best. And tonight, to be able to deal with the constant, because they did have a lot of the ball at times as well, I just felt that we dealt with it really well. My only problem was tonight, I was like, who are you going to bring on that's going to change the game?
Yeah. With
Gale,
Jordan,
is he going to change the game? No.
He's never gonna
Longstaff
bring
hasn't
Gale
played
on, is
much
he?
football, and you're thinking to yourself, well, hold on. Like, you haven't got, like, Miggy, he'll come on, he'll run. He'll always run. But is he going to change the game? That's where I was a bit like, I'm getting a bit worried here. I don't think anyone's going to change the game. But this is one of them things where we did so well from a very, very, very deep attack and cross from Shelby, and Wood scored. Great goal. Fantastic goal. But then it's a case of, right, it's discipline now.
Yeah.
And Bruno, the last game, as much as he's going to be a great player, there's no other word about it, and excuse me French, he fucked about in the last game. He gets a box where you're thinking, look, you can't do that in English football. You don't get enough time on the ball.
No.
And he nearly did it again today. But he got rid of it, and his discipline's changed him. And I think it's a case of people like Shelby who's saying, look, you can do this, you can do that. And I just felt like today, them two midfielders, they're not the type of midfielders who are going to drive at people and dictate the game. They're great passers of the ball. And that's where I felt, we're going to be really vulnerable today. You know, Joe Linton, I can't believe I'm going to say it again. Joe Linton, who's going to get the ball and drive at people and put tackles in. But no, it is. Not every game's going to be 100%. And like we say, it's a long way to travel there. And for the fans. And it's one of them where you got to dig in and get the result. And they did it.
Yeah. Absolutely. You touched on the depth of the squad there, and I'll ask you this, Nathan. You know, the bench we had today, we've notoriously this season not had a solid bench. The bench today, for me, is full of players that can come on at any given moment and give you a 5, 6, 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
But there's no one there that's going to give you a 9 or a 10. You know, if Saint-Maximin was on there, he can come on and change a game. Nathan, are you worried going into the last few games of the season, if we do pick up injuries or suspension at all, that we do lack a bit of depth?
No, I'm not, because Eddie Howe, he knows who to bring on and who not to bring on. He's got his team set. If we get injuries, Miggy's going to have to get a bit of run out. Yes, he may not be good at times, but he runs, he tries his best, and we've just got to hope that Miggy can show a performance once in a while, which he can, because we've seen it. He can do a bit of Sean Longstaff. I understand now why he wants to keep him, because he is a solid player for the bench. He comes on and he gives you a 6 or 7 out of 10. He does the dirty work late in games, and that's why he wants to keep him. And I was like, I don't really want to keep him, but now I think I'm changing my opinion on Longstaff. I think he'll be a player who'll come on probably 70 minutes, 60 minutes. Someone's tired, bring him on. He'll do the dirty work, and we'll graft the 3 points, which we've done today. Obviously, Dwight Gale, he's got no future at the club. He'll be gone. Mankiw, obviously, on the bench. He's off. He's our second right back. Obviously, Kraft played today, but Mankiw wasn't as fit as we all thought. Obviously, he'll slot in the next game, probably. Kraft will come out. They want to get rid of Kraft, but don't we just keep him for our third right back?
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to sell him for cash, I guess. Like, maybe he comes...
Or wages.
Yeah.
We don't need it. Literally, Kraft has shown he can do something. He can come in when someone's injured and he can perform. Yes, we may have faults in a game where he's throw-ins and sometimes he's positioning and he's passing, but Eddie Howe can work on that during pre-season because Eddie Howe didn't have a pre-season to work at. So it's been very difficult for Eddie Howe just to go into that squad and say, right, players, play my way or don't play.
Yeah.
Well, that's the philosophy.
In pre-season, he might change formation. He might look at different things. January, he brought players in. Obviously, we had no Trippier today. We had no Callum Wilson. We had no Maximum. We had no Manquillo. It just shows you. Maximum doesn't need to be in the team for Newcastle to win. When have we ever said that before? When have we ever said
Jordan.
Wilson didn't have to be in the team for us to win?
Yeah.
It just shows you the team is changing, and that is what we need. This is what we needed at the start of the season. But sadly, we'd be 8th right. I think we'd be about 7th right now if the season started in January. So it just shows you Newcastle are building for the future. Obviously, we've got these young players on the bench. When we're safe, I'd give the young players, these young academy players, a bit of a chance because we'll be safe in about 2 games if we say draw and a win. I think we're safe then. But get another win. Say another win. It's after the Everton game. Get another win there after the Everton game, and then we're safe because 3 wins we're safe, or 2 wins and a draw we're safe. Then maybe give the academy lads just maybe 20 minutes there and there because I think we could. Obviously we're building our academy now. Obviously we're going to build a new training ground. We're going to do that. We've got loads of big plans. What we're going to do with this team. Show what we need to now look at who we're going to sell in the summer, who we're going to keep, and who we're going to loan. Because that big squad, you've got to trim it down.
Yeah, well, stay tuned.
Is Murphy going to stay? Is Kraft going to stay?
Yeah.
Is Maximum even going to be in the starting lineup next season? Because we're going to get bigger players in. Maximum's going to have to work the Eddie Howe way, which is track back for the ball, go for the win tackles, win the ball, run at the defense like he did against Everton. If we can have Maximum what he did against Everton every time on the pitch, he become a world-class player. He wants to win the Ballon d'Or. He needs to perform like winning the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, I think it might be a long way off, but if there's anyone that can transform his game, it's Eddie Howe. We'll look forwards then, Paul. We'll look backwards for a second. 9 games unbeaten, 3 wins on the bounce. Looking forward to that Chelsea game. If you were in charge, what do you change approaching that? Because obviously we've got Chelsea on Sunday and Everton on Thursday. We've talked a little bit about how Chelsea's a little bit of a free hit. Everton's the big game. Paul, if you were in charge, would you rotate the side a little bit, rest some key players, or would you keep it the same?
Good question. There's a lot to say about what's happened with Chelsea in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
How can that affect them?
Well, they did affect them tonight. I mean, 3-1 against Norwich tonight, so clearly not letting them affect
the Premier League, though, so don't take much of reading of that.
This is the thing, though. We've always been, as far as I'm concerned, we've always been a bit of a horrible team for Chelsea to play against. We've had Cisse, who scored 2 worldies. We've shut Mourinho up, and he's been on the sidelines a few times. He's always turned around and said he would love to manage Newcastle at something because his connections with Robson. I would love to see. I don't know. Would you like to see a little bit more pace up front? As in, would you try Saint-Maximin up front instead of Wood? I don't know. Would you keep the way it is? It's a hard one. What you got to think about is how they line up. So that's the difference.
The Reece James is injured, which is a big positive for us. He's a big threat and had a blinder against us in the last fixture. But apart from that, they've got so many threats. I mean, the 3 goal scorers today were Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, and Trevor Chalobah. That's.
Tell you what, I'd have Mason Mount anytime at Newcastle.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't rate him.
Let's just remember though, Newcastle are missing 4 big players a day, and this is a furthest journey. And we'll come with a result.
Yeah,
and it's not just the random 4 players. It's your spine of your team as well.
That's
like Lascelles was warming up the day, and he was your captain, and he's not even getting on the pitch.
Yeah, Yeah, we've got to wrap things up, unfortunately, Paul. But before we do, we'll get your predictions like we've got off everyone. Who's going down? Who's going down, and what's your predictions for the next 2 games?
I don't want Everton to go down. I'm going to be a little bit.
I saw you shaking your head when we said that.
I've got family from Liverpool, and
right.
If I was a red or blue, I'm a blue.
Right.
So I don't want Everton to go down. So I think Leeds with the new manager, I think we should have stuck with the manager they had. The philosophy was good. It wasn't working at the time, but it will work. So I'll let you see Leeds go down.
And then for the next 2 games, Chelsea on Sunday, Everton on Thursday. A couple of score predictions from you.
I think we'll get beat against Chelsea, and I think we'll draw against Everton.
Draw? Not confident of a win?
Nah. Bogey team. If you look at the recent results, bogey team.
We beat them earlier in the season. It was only a few weeks ago, wasn't it? Jordan Pickford's got little arms, so...
I think we'll beat Everton. Everton have got nothing. Nothing in the locker.
It's one of them things, though. Rondo will probably score a winner against them. It'll be something stupid, or Townsend. It always happens.
More like Rondo to score a winner against them.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff. Right, thanks for coming on, Paul. Thanks for being so patient.
Problem.
I know you were waiting a while to come on as well, so appreciate it.
No worries, mate.
You take care. Enjoy the results.
Enjoy your
night.
next
time.
Will do.
Right, Nathan, pretty much time to wrap it up.
Yeah, it is.
Big win, that, wasn't it?
A massive win. On to the next one. Come on.
Exactly.
Let's beat Chelsea.
Why not? Why not? Let's go for the jugular. Brilliant stuff, mate. Yes, thank you if you've stuck with us. Coming up to 4 hours here on Newcastle Fans TV. I've been here from the start. So thank you to every single one of you that's tuned in. And thank you even more if you've liked the video and commented throughout. Big help. And it's always nice to interact with you lot down in the comments as well. If you haven't already, subscribe to us on Newcastle Fans TV and NFTV Extra. Head over to Twitch as well. We're trying to get a nice community going over on Twitch. I know we've got a few Twitchers joining us tonight. So thank you, lads, for tuning in. Stay tuned. We are ending the live broadcast, but Lee will be here later on with his reaction from St. Mary's. He's in the hotel now, getting it edited and uploaded for you all. Of course, we've got plenty of content coming up for you on Newcastle Fans TV over the next few days. We'll be looking ahead to the Chelsea game on Sunday. We'll be back with the live match watch along. Will you be there, Nathan, watching the game?
I'll not be at Chelsea. I'm looking for a ticket. I'm still looking. We'll hopefully get one, but I don't
Anyone's got a ticket for Nathan. Let us
Anyone
know.
got a ticket? DM me.
Yeah, lovely stuff. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, basically any social media, TikTok as well. Go follow us on there. I know Liam's across that. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining. If you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. 3 points on the board, three wins on the bounce, 9 unbeaten. Massive win against Southampton. Chris Wood with his first goal for the club, and Bruno Guimaraes, first start, first goal. What a game. On to the next one. See you later.
See you later.